And a very good evening to you. Welcome to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM The Answer. It's time for game 56 of 96. 40 more games after tonight. The Ballers already headed to the Pioneer League playoffs. A record of 42 and 13, 29 games over 500. They won the opener last night against the Colorado Springs Sky Sox in a slugfest 12-8. Nevada Cullen, our broadcaster, alongside. It was a very strange night. I talked to both coaches before, both managers before the game today. They were also a little bit confused at how well the ball was traveling last night.
Yeah, a whopping 8 homers, not including the inside the park homer by Davis Druick, a Little League homer, I should say. But it was just carrying on out of here, and it made for a very entertaining and high-scoring game last night.
It's not lost on me. At the very start of our J-Wall intro video, it's a very, very close-up of Marcus Titiali's face, who is in the lineup for the for the Sky Sox tonight. But before we get to their lineup, we're going to have our PA address announcer, Mark Kahn, who is back from not working. He is going to be on the mic tonight, and we're about to send it out to Mark, who will announce the Ballers today wearing Los Peloteros jerseys. I'll send it over to Mark Kahn.
It's now time to announce the starting lineup for your first half champion, Oakland Ballers. Taking the field with the Ballers will be the Bay Area Bat Busters. Leading off, then playing shortstop, number 3, Tremaine Cobb. Hitting second, the right fielder, number 9, Isai Santos. Batting third in center field, number 11, Davis Druick. Hitting cleanup, the second baseman, number 4, Danny Harris. Hitting fifth, the first baseman, number 29, Christian Almanza. Hitting sixth at shortstop, number 13, Jake Allgaier. Hitting seventh, the left fielder, number 28, Lou Helmick. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 15, Cam Buford. And batting ninth, playing catcher tonight, number 27, Pat Monty. On the mound, number 17, Reed Butts.
Thank you, Mark. The lineup for the Ballers, including Christian Almanza, who had 3 home runs last night, the third ever Baller to hit that mark. Home runs 17, 18, and 19. He had entered the day 11 behind the league leader in Roberto Pena at 27, and still quite a ways behind him, but what more is in store in this series? It is now time for the national anthem, the performance by Vincent McLaughlin and Teo Quayle, and the presentation of the flag by veteran Dave Chavez. the performance of the national anthem, I'm guessing for acoustic guitar and mandolin. Anyone? Mandolin? That was expertly done, and I now want to fall asleep on a beach in Hawaii.
It was such the contrast
Oh, my
from
Lord.
yesterday's electric guitar. This one was definitely more of the wholesome vibe, but very sweet to see.
All right, how about these Sky Sox today in Nevada?
Well, they are led by Dimitri Young in his first year as manager, 4-3 so far in the second half. Leading off, it's Kamayu Neighbors, the shortstop, who just made his pro debut yesterday. Evan Slight, DH, hits second. Brett Roberts, center fielder, bats third. Zane Denton is the third baseman, cleaning up. He had a 2-homer game yesterday, his first pro 2-homer game. Christian Hall, first baseman, bats fifth. Kai Moody, second baseman in the sixth slot. Quint Landis, his first appearance of the series, he catches and bats seventh. Marcus Titiali'i in left field, making his first start against the Ballers. He was once a member of Oakland earlier this season. TJ McKenzie is the right fielder, batting ninth for the Sky Sox, who will turn to Chase Martinez for the start. He'll be opposed by Reed Butts.
Reed Butts, I'll say this, having quite the year. 7-1 on the season. Those 7 wins tied with Matt Sox and Gary Grosjean for the league lead in that category. Altogether, in just 9 starts for Reed, a 4.29 ERA, 50 1/3 innings. He struck out 38, walked 23, allowed 53 hits. Batters hitting .272 against him. The Butts family in attendance as well. And Reed coming out with the white caps, the Los Peloteros jerseys, and the pinstripe bottoms.
And Reed Butts with 5 straight wins, also tied his career high with 9 strikeouts Wednesday at Glacier in a 5-2 win. 6 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 9 strikeouts for Butts. And the defense behind him today, Monteith is his catcher. Infield from left to right, Allgaier, Cobb, Harris, Almanza. Defense in the outfield from left to right is Helmick, Druick, and Santos.
In steps Kamayu Neighbors, who, I gotta say, made an impression in his professional debut yesterday. A very grindy player, as the first pitch is a ball at 6:38 Pacific Daylight Time. Butts from the windup, the high kick from the lefty, and the pitch on its way is a high chopper to third. There is Allgaier, who throws it across the diamond in time. 2 pitches, 1 out, the home debut for Jake Allgaier in the field.
And you mentioned Reed Butts' parents, Jeff and Nancy, in attendance today, sitting to our left, and, well, they're standing to our left. I did talk to Jeff before the game, had a nice 10-minute chat with him, and he'll be in the booth at some point this series, but Nancy has requested that he not come up today, for she will be too nervous to watch without him.
Evan Slight, the DH, swings and fouls one away for strike 1. Slight, the DH, took a 0 for 5 yesterday, and with the way he is hitting, which is second on the team, batting .344, 10 home runs, and 40 RBI. And now a ball fouled at the plate. It's 0-2.
And not only that, he was on a 14-game hit streak up until that 0 for 5 yesterday.
Butts from the hill into his windup. And the 0-2 on its way is swung on and fouled back. Another 0-2 on its way. It is swung on and missed. Butts has a strikeout, and there's 2 away.
Nice pitch by Reed. Goes with the wipeout slider right there. And gets Slight to strike out for the second out of the inning. Next, Brett Roberts, the center fielder for Colorado Springs. Homer yesterday.
Here's the first pitch to Robert. It's swung on and fouled back. Reed, for all his success this year, it's something you don't see very often in the independent levels, which is success without the strikeouts. Now, Reed has had some big strikeout games. Was it a 9K performance in Glacier?
Yep.
A career high, as that pitch is high. But on the whole, for a guy with an ERA of 4.5 in this league, which is more than respectable, and leading the league in wins, tied for the league in wins, it hasn't come via the strikeout. Next pitch is low, 1-1.
And it's not like he doesn't have the stuff. Last year, almost 10 strikeouts per 9 innings. That number is down this year by around 3 strikeouts, but he's been more successful.
Next pitch is swung on and missed. It's now 2-2. Top of inning 1. Reed looking for a 1-2-3 first. He's into his windup. The 2-2 pitch is down and away. 3-2. It's a winning Wednesday here in West Oakland. A electric bike on the line for the folks in attendance. The 3-2 on its way to Roberts. He swings a high chopper toward third. Allgaier can't get it. It's past Cobb as well. It's into left field for the first hit of the ball game.
That had some serious top spin, and because of that, rocketed through the 5-6 hole. No chance for Allgaier or Cobb to get it.
Now Zane Denton, who had a career game yesterday. 2 home runs, both solo shots, and a 2-run double. He scored and drove in the last 4 runs of that contest. Butts from the stretch, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball at 87. He's very deceptive from the left side. Reed, I don't think he's topped anything over 91 this year, but the fastball is good. It's an 0-1 slide step, and the pitch is low. The 1-1. A strike on the inside. It's 1-2.
Not only did Denton homer twice yesterday, also had a career-high 4 RBI and tied a season high with 3 hits in the game.
1-2 on its way. Denton line drive into left field, and that's a base hit. So a couple of 2-strike singles. Not all that hard hits, and that's a really nice pitch by Reed, a off-speed pitch right at the bottom of the zone, and Denton just did better to line it into left for a base hit.
Yeah, good changeup right there. Nothing bad from Reed, but credit the Sky Sox. They hit the ball very well last night, and they start the offense with 2 outs here in the first inning.
I think the most impressive thing from Colorado Springs last night is you look at the numbers, you have a preconceived notion of the team coming in. This is an extremely athletic team which has been rebuilt in the last 15 days. And they are not afraid to swing or run. Reed, a couple looks at second. The first pitch to Hall is a fastball high. Now, how will that come into play with a third-string catcher in Pat Monteith? Monteith does have a good arm. We know he does. He has an outfielder's arm, that's for sure. The 1-0. Hall swings and misses, 89 up and in. That's a really nice pitch from Butts, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, I think Monteith is part of the equation, but the other part is Reed Butts, who's typically very good at holding runners. And so that should negate some of the aggressiveness from Colorado Springs, but not all of it.
And certainly Reed is totally comfortable in a slide step, which he uses here. That fastball called strike high and away. It's 1-2. And now 3 straight fastballs to Hall. That may set up something slurving down and away. It's a 1-2 on the way. Setting up outside is Monteith. The pitch is a slider high and away for ball 2. At second is Roberts. At first is Denton. There is speed on the base paths in those 2 runners. A ground ball through the infield may indeed score Roberts. It's a 2-2. Butts set, a look at second. And now he kicks and fires, and it's a ground ball off the glove of Harris. It's picked up by Cobb. He steps on the bag, and that's the 3rd out. He just shoveled it over there for the 4-6 fielder's choice for the final out of the first. No runs on 2 hits, no errors. 2 men left on base. We move on to the bottom of the first. Just underway in our ball game on Wednesday afternoon, early evening on 860 AM. The Answer. Scoreless. Ballers bat here in the bottom of the first. Nevada Cullen one more time, the Ballers lineup.
Well, it's Tremaine Cobb Jr., the shortstop, leading off. Isai Santos, right fielder, home run yesterday, hits second. Davis Druick, center fielder, home run yesterday, hits third. Danny Harris, the fourth. The second baseman cleans up. Christian Almanza, first baseman, 3 home runs yesterday, bats fifth. Jake Allgaier back in the lineup, the third baseman hitting sixth. Lou Helmick, left fielder, bats seventh. Cam Buford, DH, hits eighth. Pat Monteith is the catcher, batting ninth.
The man on the mound for Colorado Springs is Chase Martinez, who I must say is having a pretty good year in the Pioneer League. He had an 0.82 ERA in 6 games with Yuba Sutter. He was released. He comes to Northern Colorado, or excuse me, the Colorado Springs Sky Sox. 1 start, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 8 Ks, and a win over Boise last week. The first pitch to Cobb is a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike 1.
Yeah, very impressive in that first start in his Colorado Springs debut after Yuba Sutter traded him for a player to be named later.
The 0-1 is down low. Now, I will say, I think there's a little bit that hides in the 0.82 ERA.
Yes.
Because in 11 innings, he walked 9 and hit a batter through 4 wild pitches and allowed 14 hits. The 1-1 is swung on and hit out of play. It's 1-2. So I think there's a lot of getting himself into trouble and then getting himself out.
Yes. Tyler, I know you're familiar with the term fielding independent pitching.
The FIP.
The FIP. And I would have a feeling that Martinez's FIP would be much higher than his ERA with Yuba Sutter.
He's set on the mound, a couple shakeoffs, and now he steps back. The high kick and the 1-2. Cobb hits this ball to left field. That's going to get down, and it's going to one-hop off the wall. Tremaine Cobb is going to lead off Oakland's hitting order with a double.
Cobb with a quick start to the game. That's got to feel good because Cobb, after not hitting safely to start any game of the Glacier Series last week, has now walked and doubled to start both games of the Colorado Springs Series.
And that was nothing more than a challenge fastball at 88 right down the middle. Nothing wrong with it per se, but on 1-2, there's a lot of different places you can go than to that pitch and that location, especially on 2 shakeoffs. Here's Isai Santos. Santos now hitting .242. Had a home run yesterday. Isai takes high. His home run was his 4th of the year. He's driven in 20. Still, with that on-base percentage very, very high at .373. So more than 130 points higher than the batting average, which is why this 2 spot is such a valuable place for him. Next pitch, fastball is inside, 2-0.
He's also seen the slugging percentage tick up above 400. That's because he has 6 extra base hits in his last 8 games, including his last 3.
Swung a hot bat in the Glacier Series, and he's brought that hot bat back to Oakland as well. Cobb leads off the second, a pretty big lead. The 2-0 to Santos is down and in, 3-0. Have we given the defense yet? I don't remember.
Did we even talk about? Yeah, we talked about Martinez.
We talked about Martinez.
Let's give the defense after Santos's plate appearance.
It's a 3-0. And the pitch on its way is outside. It's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Isai Santos. Now the defense starting in left field with a former baller.
That would be Marcus Titiali'i, who played in the opening series against Ogden for the Ballers and then briefly in Series 2. He's in left. Robertson center. McKenzie in right. He's the brother, actually, of TJ. TJ McKenzie is the brother of Tristan McKenzie in the Guardians organization. Infield from third to first, Denton, Neighbors, Moody, and Hall. Landis catching Martinez.
The reading of the defense, not sponsored yet, but it can be if you call Sam Zeisler. Did I say that right? All right. First pitch to Davis Druick is a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, we can pretty much sponsor anything you want, anything in your heart's desire. If you want to sponsor Nevada's Culinary Curiosities, you absolutely go for it.
Oh, 0-1 to Druick. Pitch is down and in. It's 1-1. Defense is playing behind the runners here in a scoreless ball game. The runners are Cobb at second, Santos at first, and Druick, the center fielder, who is hitting .348, second on the team. 15 doubles, that does lead the squad. 12 home runs and 43 driven in. Martinez fires, and the breaking ball drops in for strike 2.
First inning yesterday, Davis Druick with a line drive to center. Misplay by Roberts, got past him, and went to the wall. Druick had himself a triple, and then it was thrown into the other dugout.
Martinez to the plate. Druick, a big cut and a miss. Chased the pitch low, and there's the first out of the first. It comes via the strikeouts. Here comes Danny Harris. Well, maybe we're seeing an early rendition of what Chase Martinez does best. Which is get himself into trouble and then out of trouble. Here's Danny Harris. Harris at .320, 7 home runs, 43 driven in. The first pitch is a high, deep drive to center. Roberts, however, stops. He turns around, he makes the catch. Cobb will tag. The throw will head toward third. The trailing runner will not tag. He is safe at third. And there are men at the corners with 2 outs here in the first. That'll bring up Christian Almanza. Almanza, his not RBI-wise biggest day as a pro, but certainly with the 3 home runs, you could say maybe the one that you take the most highlights from. The first pitch on its way from Martinez. Almanza takes a fastball outside. .321 for Christian, 19 home runs, and a team leading 63 runs batted in. Santos at first, Cobb at third. Scoreless in the bottom of the first. Martinez to the plate, and Almanza rips one foul.
That is a swing by a... Did Scrappy get hit by that foul ball?
That's all right. He's
got plenty of padding.
Yes.
101 off the bat. That's a grown man swing from Almanza. He is a man on a mission right now.
Martinez set. It's a 1-1 on its way, and Almanza hits a high drive on the infield. Way up there. Hall is going to give way to the second baseman, who makes the catch, nearly standing on first. That's Moody. It's a P4 in your books at home. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. And as per the stats show, Martinez worked himself in and then out of trouble in the first. We head to the second, scoreless on 860 AM, The Answer. Top of the second inning, no score on what has been an absolutely beautiful day, by the way, I must say.
64 at first pitch.
64 degrees at first pitch. Now, yesterday, it was supposed to have been 63 degrees at first pitch. I don't know that I believe that, but that's okay. Beautiful sunny skies, partly cloudy here in Oakland, and as I say that, I think a little bit more of that setting sun has just peeked through as Kai Moody stands in. He's from the city. First pitch on its way. Moody takes a strike. Now, if you're from the Bay Area, if I say he's from the city, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not from the Bay Area, the city is San Francisco. The 0-1, that's fouled back. Moody had an interesting night last night. He lost a rather long hitting streak, going 0 for 1 with 4 walks. It's an 0-2 from Butts, who's into his windup, and the pitch bounces in front of Monteith. I got to say, Pat, who now is playing in his 40th game this year, has really stuck through this first professional season for him. A pinch hitter, a utility player, as Moody fouls us away. He has done damage. He's done some dirty work. And right now, when you are asked, what can you do? How can I help the team? He has answered the call. Another 1-2 to Butts, from Butts to Moody. Here it comes from the windup. The pitch is strike 3 called, and Moody is gone looking. It's not where Monteith set up, but boy, was that center cut.
Yeah, good pitch from Butts. Moody looked a little confused with the call, but it was in the zone.
By plenty, I may add.
Yeah.
And now Quint Landis. Quint Landis, the catcher today, takes a fastball high. He leads this team in hitting at .355 in his first 152 at-bats. 4 home runs, 19 driven in. And now a ball hit to left center field, fairly deep. Drew it looking up, and that is a line drive home run gone. 88 toward the middle outer part of the plate, but destroyed 370 feet over that left center field wall. And the home run ball is back early in the second inning, 1-0 on the solo home run.
Yeah, Landis gets his 5th of the year and just cracks it on a line to left field. A week ago today, he had a 4-for-4 performance with a couple of doubles against Boise. So maybe winning Wednesdays are a thing for him too.
Here's Marcus Titiali'i, who takes a fastball low. Titiali'i, who was on the opening day roster with Oakland, hit .263 in 19 at-bats, 5 for 19, 2 home runs, including a grand slam. Swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt. It's 1-1. With Colorado Springs, he's only played in 3 games, 5 for his first 11 there. All singles, but he has driven in a run as well. Next pitch is low on the off-speed, 2-1.
He's, of course, got tons of pop. He is the home run king of Arizona Christian and NAIA school.
Butts from the windup. The pitch to Titiali'i is a fastball off the plate, 3-1. Bases are empty, 1 away, 1-0 Sky Sox. The pitch on its way. Titiali'i takes way inside, and it's a walk to the former baller. That'll bring up TJ McKenzie.
That's his first walk for Colorado Springs. Only walked a few times for the Ballers. Titiali'i is going to hit for power and strike out a lot. Doesn't draw a lot of free passes, but credit to him there for getting the 5-pitch walk.
And I wonder, chicken and egg, Chase Martinez also Arizona Christian.
Yep.
Whether one player recruited the other or not. Here's the first pitch. Fastball. It's a called strike at the top of the zone to TJ McKenzie, the right fielder. It's 0-1. McKenzie started off the year as the shortstop for the Sky Sox and has since moved to the outfield. He's very athletic, very fast. Slide step from Reed. The fastball is high and away.
To answer your last question, I'm pretty sure it would be Martinez as the chicken or the egg, whichever way you look at it. But I think he would be the one to recruit Marcus because he actually pitched for NOCO last year.
1-1 the count. Next pitch is down and away. He pitched for NOCO last year.
4 appearances.
That I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a brief stint.
1 away in the second. Solo home run by Landis has given Colorado Springs the lead. Now a pitch swung on inside out. This is down the line and foul. It's 2-2. McKenzie at .275. 5 home runs, 29 RBI. he has 20 steals, which is much would lead either team in today's game. The 2-2 is a ground ball toward Cobb. Backing up on it, gets a big hop. Harris for one. The throw to first is not in time. He runs well, and as soon as Cobb had to back up, it was always going to be very, very tight after that, and he just beats out the throw to first.
Tight play. I don't know that it's the wrong call. It does seem like McKenzie probably beat that out by the smallest of margins.
The out goes 6-4, and now a speedy base runner on with Neighbors at the plates. First pitch from Butts is a fastball, called strike, down and in. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. Neighbors, a high chopper to third. Allgaier is there. He waits, he throws to first. It's in plenty of time, and it's another 5-3 ground out for Neighbors on the day. A run on the solo home run by Landis. It's 1-0. A run on one hit, no errors, and a man left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Sky Sox on 860 AM. The Answer. Bottom of the second inning, we'll see the home debut of Jake Allgaier, followed by Lou Helmick and Cam Buford in a 1-0 Sky Sox lead here early on in the ballgame. Tyler Peterson and Nevada Cullen with you. Our second of 6 games in this return to Raimondi for the first time in the second half. Only 22 more home games. You're not going to want to miss out on this second half. The Ballers in some rarefied air at 42-13. They are going to go for potentially a record year. You're going to want to see how this second half finishes out. Here is Allgaier. The first pitch is swung on, lined into the glove of the shortstop, Neighbors, for out number 1. So, I hardly get to talk about Jake Allgaier, but he'll get another at bat. Here's Lou Helmick. Lou Helmick, who was recently profiled by Ginny McCauley of the AP into his career and his family path. His grandfather and father both in minor league systems, as is he. A 22-year-old from Deutschland. The 0-1, Helmick takes off the plate. My favorite part of that article was when it said Tyler Peterson, comma, a German-American.
That was my favorite part, too. I was just looking that up.
The 1-1 on its way to Helmick is low. I told you how much I had been waiting for a Helmick home run. And you were not here for it, but boy, did it have all the drama of the Lozano home run from the playoff Game 3. The 2-1 on its way. Lou takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. He did not like that, and he's going to ask for time, which is the passive-aggressive way of going about this.
I was there for Lou's first homer, though.
You were there.
May 23rd against Ogden.
But you got to call it.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Martinez in little bit of a Cueto wind up, and that's down low. A very quick step back, and then a leg holdup. Nestor Cortez, the other one that comes to mind.
Yep.
Tried to mess with Helmick's timing. 3-2. Martinez. The payoff pitch to Helmick is in the dirt. Ball 4. Never had to worry about that one. Second walk issued by Martinez.
Brings up Cam Buford, who's been slumping a bit lately. 0 for 4 with a strikeout on Tuesday. Hoping to get the bat going again. Hitting .304 this year. Still looking for that 10th homer.
Is this the first time he's batted 8th? I'd like to know.
I'm going to assume yes.
I would assume yes as well. Martinez's first pitch to Buford is a fastball, or a changeup rather, down low and away. It's 1-0.
I haven't seen him hit below 6th, I don't think. Maybe he's batted 7th once, but 8th, I doubt it.
8th, I doubt as well. Martinez is set from the stretch. And now he throws over, and boy, he would have had Helmick picked off, but instead he throws it past Hall. Did he even maybe hit the foot of Lou Helmick there?
I think Lou kicked it. And then Aaron Miles is besides himself because he just wheeled around Helmick to go to third, and Lou stopped at second.
Also, Lou didn't slide.
No. Well, what else is new?
So, maybe a slightly absent-minded play there, but however, the error gets Helmick to second. 1-0 to Buford is a changeup on the outer corner. Buford wants to challenge, and we'll get a early Ballers challenge. It is overturned to a ball. It was less than a full ball off the plate, but good instincts from Buford there. And that changes it from 1-1 to 2-0. So Martinez is on the mound. Wide stance before he comes set. I don't think he's had the same stance twice this whole game. Here's the 2-0 on its way. A high drive to left. Over is Titi Ali'i. Into the corner. He is going to run out of room. Foul. That was a high, deep drive. And Buford was not going to get a home run out of that. It just was a matter of whether or not Titi Ali'i was going to have enough room in that corner. The foul lines really pinch down the lines at Raimondi here. Martinez set a double look to second, and now the pitch to Buford is swung on, fouled, inside-out swing down the right field line. It's out of play. 1-0 Sky Sox in the bottom of the second inning. The Ballers do have a runner at second thanks to a walk and an error. And now a 2-2 to Buford. Martinez set again. And an inside move. Martinez will fake a throw to second. As a first disengagement.
Does that count as the D- move?
That's an incomplete, I believe, my friend. 2-2, Martinez throws, and Buford looks at strike 3 called on the outside. A perfect pitch by Chase Martinez. I mean, that is just painting the black, and Buford can't see it. He doesn't like it, but I will say this. He may not like it because it was a perfect pitch. Here's Pat Monteith. Monteith, the catcher today. Martinez's first pitch is a slider way outside, stopped by Landis.
Monteith has not played since July 13th. It's been 10 days in that game, 1 for 3 against Rocky Mountain.
Was that the last time he caught as well?
Yes.
Well, no, actually, Monteith had a defensive replacement appearance in Glacier.
Yeah, that was the outfield, though.
In the outfield, that's true. The 1-0 down away, but he had no starts in Glacier, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Did not feature except for in the outfield.
No at-bats, certainly, so he has not seen a ton of pitching in a game in 10 days. But he is ahead 2-0. Martinez looks at Helmick. Now he comes to the plate, and it's a big cut and a miss by Pat Monteith on the breaking ball. 77 miles an hour and not a lot of turnover. Maybe a knuckle curve of some sort or a splitter. Something along that line. You got the fork ball maybe? A step off by Martinez.
Yeah, my guess was changeup, but that didn't have quite the movement of a changeup.
No. 2-1. Pitch on its way. Monteith toward left field. Titi Ali'i in front of the wall, and he will make the catch for the final out off the end of the bat for Pat. No runs, no hits, an error, and a man left on base after 2. 1-0 Sky Sox on 860 AM, The Answer. Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer. Tyler Peterson and Nevada Cullen. I'm sorry, I just was momentarily distracted by Aaron Miles coming over to have a chat with the umpires who are discussing something. Lou Helmick is out of this game. Yep. And that is, I find, very interesting. It's going to be Bugs in for Helmick. Do you have a disciplinary measure there?
Yeah, I do.
So Bugs will enter here in center field. And coming to the plate is Evan Slight to face Reed Butts. Druick to left. And the first pitch to Slight is a fastball low. So again, Druick moves from center to left, and Bugs comes in for Helmick. Slight struck out swinging in his first at bat. Reed to the plate, and he pops this up. It's on the infield. It's Cobb who puts it away quite easily for out number 1. I'll bring up Brett Roberts. 1-0 Sky Sox here in the top of the 3rd. We don't normally give you scores this early from around the league, but there was already a doubleheader complete in the Pioneer League as Roberts fouls this away. The Rocky Mountain Vibes and Yuba Sutter High Wheelers played 2 games today. Of course, we told you that yesterday's game was postponed, but Yuba and Rocky Mountain, as Roberts hits this deep to right, back is Santos. He will make a running catch for out number 2. But Yuba and Rocky Mountain played a early game. I think it was a kids camp type of game. And since they had the doubleheader, I think they played at like 11 and then again at 1. And Rocky Mountain won both games.
That's a good day for the Vibes. You know, get 2 games in before dinner time, have a nice meal after a doubleheader sweep.
2 outs for Denton. And the first pitch is a called strike. Right at the bottom of the zone from Butts. Perfect pitch to start out the at-bat. In fact, that's a great pitch on strike 1 or 3. Now the next one is swung on and missed. That pitch also scrapes the zone. 90 at the top of the zone. Back-to-back fastballs and a quick 0-2 for Reed. He has 2 strikeouts today, looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The 0-2 pitch is strike 3 called. Paints on the outside, and he has his 3rd K to end the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Ballers trail 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd on 860 AM The Answer. Top of the order here in the bottom of the 3rd, we'll see Cobb, Santos, and Druick against Chase Martinez, who has looked good, allowing just 1 hit one time through the order for what right now is looking like a pretty good second start.
Yeah, I mean, the double by Cobb started it with 2 strikes, and after that, really nothing since. A pair of walks, and that's all.
Cobb's double in the 1st inning was his 15th of the year, which is tied for the team lead with Davis Druick now. The thing you want the most out of your leadoff hitter, more than anything, are runs and hits. Well, he leads the team in hits with 75 and tied for the team lead in runs with 52. Martinez's first pitch to Tremaine Cobb is a fastball just off the plate. It's 1-0. And I guess with that hit, he now has 76 hits, so he does lead the team.
But the runs with Almanza, I wouldn't expect Christian Almanza to be tied for the team lead in runs from his spot in the order.
1-0 is down low. I think that's a testament to Almanza's longevity because the 219 at-bats is second most on the team. He is in the lineup almost every single day. The 1-1 to Cobb is a big breaking ball. That looked nice, and it's in the bottom of the zone for strike 2. Martinez works from the windup, and the 1-2 pitch on its way. Cobb takes high. I believe it was a 2-strike pitch that Cobb sent to the gap.
Yep. 1-2 pitch specifically. This time he takes on 1-2. What?
A very quick start from Martinez. Now he rocks back and fires, and Cobb down to a knee swinging. Well, you can say it worked. You can say the pitch was just good. It looked strange. The result is all that matters for Martinez, who picks up his 3rd K on that. I'm going with splitter right now.
It looked like Chase Martinez there was like a runway model, like striking a pose, jutting the leg out.
Show me fierce. Here's Santos, who walked on 4 pitches. First pitch is in the dirt. Now he's seen 5 balls in the at-bat, in the 2 at-bats today. Or 2 plate appearances, I should say. 1 away in the 3rd. 1-0 Sky Sox. Martinez rocks back. The high kick, the pitch. It's now a 6th ball to Santos, as that's also in the dirt. He saw what he did to Coleman yesterday and wants no part of him. That's what I got right now.
Yeah.
Santos, today's right fielder. 2-0 on its way. Santos looks at the first strike. It's that same pitch at 79, and that time right at the bottom of the zone. Here comes a 2-1 to Isai. He takes way in. In fact, the ball goes to the backstop. It's 3-1. Ballers gave up the solo shot in the second. That was to the catcher, Landis. 3 hits for the Sky Sox altogether. Just 1 for Oakland on the Cobb double. The 3-1 to Santos. Here it comes from Martinez. It's in the dirt. It's a second walk for Isai. Let's count up the walks on the season for Isai now. As we said, on-base percentage over 370. He now has 26 walks to 26 strikeouts. And that is a ratio where he's lived right about the same pace the whole season.
That's a good spot to be at.
That'll bring up Druick. He struck out on that off-speed pitch from Martinez in his first at-bat. Now the big breaking ball is in for strike 1. Well, I got to say, he had the 0.86. He had the good start. ERA of 2 in some 18 innings. There's no question the stuff is good. The 0-1, Druick takes one that floats high and outside, 1-1.
And it's odd because we mentioned the lack of command at certain points with Yuba Sutter with the 9 walks, 4 wild pitches. We've seen a few walks, but he hasn't been wild.
Pitch to Druick is swung on and missed. Finally a fastball at 89, and Druick swings right through it. Well, you can absolutely get away with that. If you're going 79, 79, 80, 79, and then all of a sudden you get 89, that's going to look like 96.
Yeah, tailed a good bit too.
Throw over, back to the bag. That's close, and Santos is back. Boy, the move from Martinez, although maybe a little bit herky-jerky, is quick, and he fires a strike over. I do have to say, there was a ruling change earlier on the error when Helmick was at first. It was an E3. It's a 1-2 to Druick. He swings and misses. It was that same, I'm calling it a splitter right now, at the top of the zone this time, and Druick has now struck out twice, 4 Ks. Here's Danny Harris. Harris flied to center, medium deep center. Two outs with Santos at first. I want to see whether or not they try to test the arm of Landis here. Martinez does have the good move, but he's got the high kick. The first pitch to Harris, a ground ball, foul.
Santos isn't the first candidate to run for Oakland. He is merely 50% when stealing this year, 4 for 8.
1-0 Sky Sox here in the bottom of the third. So far, a little bit of a clinic from Martinez, to be quite honest. I'll tell you what this reminds me of, actually. The 0-1, Harris gets underneath this to left field. Titi Ali'i is over, and he will make the catch. I'll tell you what this reminds me of on the other side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on. We head to the fourth. 1-0 Sky Sox on 860 AM, The Answer. Your line score through 3. 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error for the Colorado Springs Sky Sox. No runs, just 1 hit and no errors for the Oakland Ballers. And for your middle innings of play-by-play, here's Nevada Cullen.
Thank you, Tyler. Like you said, a 1-0 lead for the Sky Sox here at the start of the fourth. Reed Butts set to face 5, 6, and 7 in the Colorado Springs order. First 3 innings have been good for Reed, just the 1 run allowed on the homer by Quint Landis. But he's been outdueled to this point by Chase Martinez, and Tyler Peterson had a thought about his start, a memory he's reflecting upon.
I feel this is very similar to the Miguel Hernandez start here Sunday against Ogden, 5 1/3, 1 run, 7 Ks. It was the breaking ball from Hernandez that nobody seemed to touch.
Yep.
And then, of course, Hernandez got touched up in the reverse game in Ogden by Oakland. But very reminiscent of Oakland not being able to time the good breaking ball.
First pitch of the inning, a high fastball, just a touch above the zone. Want to know? Well, I hope for Martinez's sake, 1-0 has flown behind home, 1-1, that he doesn't fall into the trend that Miguel Hernandez fell into after Oakland, which was just bad start after bad start. 1-1. Clocked out to deep left field, and that ball is out of here. No doubt home run the opposite way for Christian Hall. Left on left crime, and Hall gets his 11th homer of the season, his second in his last 3 games.
There's a couple Sky Sox swinging hot bats. Hall is certainly one of them. He had a home run in a pretty big situation in the 9th inning the other day against Boise. Here, he goes big fly to left field. He was denied one yesterday.
Right, yeah.
So he gets, say, his 1.5 home run of the series here.
Here's Kai Moody. He takes low, 1-0. Sky Sox 2, Ballers nothing. Top of the 4th on the Sky Sox 5th solo shot of the series. 1-0 outside, 2-0. So if you read Butts, you'll take it. The fact that the only homers that he's allowed and the only homers that the Ballers have allowed in the series have been solo bombs. 3-0 now as Moody takes off the plate. 2-zip lead for the Sky Sox early in this one. Still plenty of ball game left. Ballers offense has struggled. Butts fires just low, and Moody, after striking out in the second, has his 5th walk in just 2 games of the series.
The walk after the home run is always one of those things where you're like, do you send the pitching coach out just to sort of settle things down? You certainly, when you give up the home run, you don't want to just fire one in out of anger. But the walk after the home run is sort of like the, okay, let's not let this unravel too much.
Yeah. Runner on first, nobody out. Top of the 4th, 2-0 Colorado Springs over Oakland. Quentin Landis, righty, takes inside. It's off the glove of Monty. That's a pass ball. And going to second base is Moody. So pass ball. Landis, who homered in his last at bat, is up with a chance to make it a 3-0 lead or more for Colorado Springs. Landis with his 5th homer of the season went to left field. Next pitch is called a strike, top of the zone, 1-1. Landis did not play yesterday, so his first at bat of the series. He goes deep to left field. 5-year letter winner in college, Pepperdine, and then UCLA. 1-1. Landis just gets a piece, fouls it at the plate, 1-2.
He really got into his. I mean, that was 370 on a line, on an absolute rope over that AC Transit sign. I mean, that was a solid home run. That was not a cheapie by any means.
No. Halls really wasn't either.
No.
Even though he went the other way. So 2 big blows by Colorado Springs. 1-2 is popped up, short right field. Harris going out. Isai Santos in right field thinks he has it and does make the catch for the first out of the inning.
That was starting to go on a little long there where everyone was getting closer and closer and closer and the ball still hadn't come down yet. Eventually, that's where you say, you know, you have to just call someone off or else someone's going to start looking at each other.
So 1 out, runner on second for Colorado Springs, up 2-0 in the top of the 4th here from Oakland. Runner on second is Moody. Here is Marcus Titiali'i. Walked his first time against Butts, the former baller. Bats from the right side. He's a left-handed thrower. And first pitch, hacked. He misses. 0-1. TT Lee, 26 years old, 5'11", 205 from Seattle, Washington. First year, second year pro. How do you view the USPBL? TT Lee takes outside, 1-1.
Well, in terms of this league, it does not count against your professional time.
Okay.
It is, however, a professional league like any other.
Well, TT Lee played with the Utica Unicorns in 2024.
It is, however, not a partner league.
1-1 from Butts. TT Lee takes in. It escapes Monteith again. That was in his glove.
Did that bounce? That's the question.
I don't think it did. For now, I'm going to rule it another pass ball.
That is a pass ball.
So it's 2-1 on TT Lee. Runner on third. Pitch from Butts. Swung on and missed. 2-2.
So right now, as far as earned runs go, Moody is at first.
Infield now comes in late before this 2-2 pitch with 1 out to TT Ali'i. Pitch from Butts is outside, ball 3. Crowd wants a called third strike, but it was well off the plate. TT Ali'i is the Almanac Brewing beer batter today. Strikeout means cheaper beer for the fans here at Raimondi. And the payoff is fouled off third base side in front of the Colorado Springs dugout. So TT Lee will see a 7th pitch against his former teammate Reed Butts.
It's an at-bat that these fans are very much into for a number of reasons.
Infield again on the grass. Butts set at the belt, delivers high and away, and TT Lee has his 2nd walk.
I mean, fastball high is the way to go, but it's up and in that you want to try to choke TT Lee on the hands.
So runners at the corners with a pair of walks here in the 4th. Top of the 4th inning, Colorado Springs leads Oakland 2-0.
I smell some nonsense coming. And by nonsense, I mean the ground game.
Well, yesterday there was a double steal with a runner stealing 2nd, and then it was TJ McKenzie at the plate who stole home. First pitch here. Nobody goes. It's a swing and a miss. 0-1. 2-0. Ballers trail Colorado Springs, top of the 4th. 1 out in the inning. Moody and TT Lee are at the corners. Both have walked in this frame. The homer by Hall, the leadoff blast, made it 2-0 Sky Sox. Time called.
I think Monteith wanted to go out and set the defense, but that was sort of not needed.
Butts set at the belt. Looks home, fires, gets a high chopper to third. Allgaier's only play is to first, but it's a foul ball off the foot of McKenzie, who never broke towards first base.
Now, this is interesting. Graham Myers, after Monteith called time, put up 2. Now, that was the first time out of that at bat. I don't know why Myers put up 2. But if Butts throws over, I'd be very interested to see what he is going on about.
0-2, 1 out, men at the corners, top of the 4th, 2-0 Sky Sox. Pitch is lifted off into right field foul territory towards the concession stand.
Because as we know, it would reset with any new batter or with any base advancement.
Another 0-2 on its way from Butts, and McKenzie strikes out. Big pitch from Reed. The changeup at 79 on the inner half for the 2nd out.
Now that is huge, and that's Butts' 4th strikeout. I still am very suspicious of Neighbors here. The defense can only relax so much.
Neighbors is grounded out twice in his 2nd professional game, both to the 3rd baseman, Allgaier. 2-0, Sky Sox in the top of the 4th. Men at the corners, first from Butts. And Neighbors lines it over 3rd. This is a run-scoring hit. 1 run is in. Druick stumbling, finally chucks it in. And it's a RBI double by Neighbors to make it 3-0 Sky Sox here in the 4th.
Well, he certainly has a part of the field he likes to hit to. There's certainly that. Is that his first pro RBI?
It is indeed.
So the benefit of the doubt for the pitcher, you always give the pitcher the benefit of the doubt. So if Moody would have been at first, he would have, well, actually, he would have been walked to second by TTLE. So at that point, it is an earned run.
And an RBI for Neighbors. As Tyler said, it's his first pro ribby. As Jim Diedrich finishes up talking to Reed Butts here in the top of the 4th inning. Second and third for the Sky Sox. 2 outs. Evan Slight is next. He is 0 for 2 and 0 for 7 in the series. Lefty-lefty battle here as Butts tries to avoid an even more crooked number here in the top of the 4th. Already 2 across in the frame for Colorado Springs. Butts looks towards second. Big lead over there by Neighbors. First toss swung on and missed by Slight.
I mean, Neighbors does have nowhere to go with the runner in front of him, but he takes like 18 to 20-foot leads. I have never seen anyone take as big as leads as him from second or first when he's being held on or not.
0-1 is too tall. 1-1.
If there was any kind of confidence right now to back pick a play, maybe even a pitch out back pick, they would have Neighbors dead to rights. But with 2 outs, all focus is on the batter.
Who is Evan Slight, who has driven in 40 this year. And Slight powers it left field. Druick scoots over towards the line, makes the squeeze for out number 3. 2 more runs for the Sky Sox in the 4th. Slight flies out to left to end the inning, but not before 2 runs come across for Colorado Springs on 2 hits, no errors, a pair left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 3-0 Colorado Springs lead over Oakland on 860 AM The Answer. So here's what just happened. Catcher's interference was ruled, so Slight reached on the error by Monty to load the bases with 2 outs instead of the inning ending. And then on the first pitch, Roberts grounds out to second. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 left for Colorado Springs here in the top of the 4th. We'll step aside one more time. 3-0 Sky Sox here in the 4th inning. Ballers coming back up when you return on 860 AM The Answer. Bottom of the 4th, after a confusing top of the 4th here in Oakland, it's a 3-0 Colorado Springs lead. We thought the inning was over. Catcher's interference was called to extend the inning and load the bases for the Sky Sox. Brett Roberts, though, on the first pitch, grounded out to end the inning and strand the bases loaded. So when it's all said and done, Ballers still very much in this game. It's a 3-0 Sky Sox lead. Here is Christian Almanza, who takes low and in 1-0.
It reminds me of when you're like watching an NBA playoff game and they're like, halftime ends after this, start of the third quarter. And they come back and they're like, all right, start of the third quarter after this. And they hit another break, and then they eventually come back.
That is what we had to do, a little dance there. 1-0. Almanza takes low and in, 2-0.
I'll say this again. We get a good look from our vantage point. We are watching some really good movement on that curveball from Martinez right now. It bounces, so it doesn't matter for Martinez's sake, but there is a lot of good break.
2-0 from the windup. Martinez, the righty, fires in high and outside for a called strike, 2-1. That just caught the high outside corner. Great pitch. The changeup there. Two-one. Almanza swing and a miss. 2-2. And that was that same pitch again. I called it a changeup, but I don't know.
I'm calling it a splitter. I mean, it could be a slider. It's funky.
Splitter usually has less RPMs, though.
That's true. It's sort of 900, isn't it?
Yeah. 2-2 toss. Almanza swings and cranks a line drive right at Roberts in center field, who makes the catch while crashing in. 1 away.
The Ballers are a good fastball hitting team.
Yeah.
We know this. And maybe 2 through the Sky Sox, which is part of what they are trying to do today.
Yeah, I mean, that's how Glacier had success last week, throwing a lot of junk. Their starters can command the breaking ball well. First pitch is a ball to Allgaier, 1-0. And we've seen Martinez fluctuate between good command and not as great execution, but he has commanded overall very well today. 1-0 to the switch-hitting Allgaier, batting lefty, and he takes outside, 2-0. Ballers up trailing 3-zip in the bottom of the fourth against Colorado Springs. Fresh off of their first series win of the year last week against Boise. Allgaier takes outside for a strike, 3-2. He just continues to paint. That's another beautiful off-speed pitch on the outside corner by Martinez. Not going to get a lot of swings at that pitch. 2-1. There is a swing on that pitch, and it's a foul tip.
Allgaier is the only member of the Ballers this year who is a switch hitter.
Yep. Joining Stephen Wilmer, now of the Rocky Mountain Vibes again, who are the only 2 switch hitters in Ballers history. Wilmer, a late season addition in 2024. 2-2 toss from Martinez is just low. Full count.
Can we also talk about Dondre Hubbard taking an at-bat left-handed and getting a hit in Northern Colorado?
Fair play. Fair play. I think that would qualify, as long as he got a hit. Payoff pitch. Allgaier takes inside and low and appeal to third. Tony Prater says no way. And Allgaier is the 4th walk of the game for Oakland.
Well, it's been almost 3 innings since the Ballers' last and only hit, which was the first player of the game. It was Cobb. They've picked up 4 walks after that. They just cannot do much with it. Let's see what Bugsy can do with his first at bat.
Bugs hitting in the spot of Lou Helmick, who after he left some things to be desired on the bases, was pulled from this game.
We speculate.
Yes. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner to Bugs, 0-1. I will say, I don't think it's speculation to say that he was pulled from the game after he was on the bases.
Correct.
0-1. Bugs jacks it high and deep left field. It is out of here. A cloud scraper off the bat of Darryl Bugs II for his 2nd pro homer. Oakland within 1 in the 4th.
Coming off the bench, seeing something up. And hey, 10 home runs for him in the Derby last week. A second in regulation.
A mammoth blast by Bugs. The exit angle I want to highlight, over 45 degrees. Pitch low to Buford, 1-0. That's a pop-up to left field and gone for a 2-run shot. So for whatever reason Helmick was removed, it looks brilliant now after Darrell Bugs goes deep. And here is Cam Buford, 1-0 with 1 out. Buford takes outside, 2-0. That was one of, if not the highest hit home run I've ever seen. I mean, that would have knocked a bird out of the sky. 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
Well, it's a good thing we weren't having the goose fly over then.
Yeah. To be fair, Randy Johnson has also knocked a goose out of the sky, and that was on a pitch. Or a bird.
It was more of a sparrow, I think, than a goose.
Not a goose. I did not mean to say a goose. 2-1 toss. Cut and miss again by Buford at a good off-speed pitch.
Have you seen Randy Johnson's company logo for his photography?
No.
It is a upside-down bird with a little X over its eye.
Oh, that's too perfect. It's making light of a very tragic day in his baseball career. 2-2, long hold. Martinez delivers and gets the third straight swing from Buford, who is down with that swinging strikeout. The 5th K for Martinez. There are 2 outs. They're in the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-2, Colorado Springs after the 2-run shot by Bugs.
It's filthy.
Yep.
Whatever it is filthy.
Now it's Monteith, who came up a bit shy of a homer in his last at-bat, flying out to deep left. First pitch, Monteith takes. It's a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Monteith is on a 4-game hit streak, has a pair of doubles. 0-1. Monteith takes, it skips in. 1-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. The Ballers trailing 3-2 against the Sky Sox. 1-1. Monteith pops it up behind home. One and 2 after that foul ball.
Well, Bugsy with the hit. I mean, you're looking at some 9, 10, 11, 12, 16 batters between hits for Oakland. And Oakland last night didn't have a hit 4 through 8 in the innings.
They struggled in the end of the game, so 1-2 on its way. Monteith strikes out late on the fastball, and that is the 6th punch out for Martinez. Back-to-back Ks to end the 4th, but the Ballers get 2 runs on just 1 hit. No errors, none left. A 2-run blast by Darrell Bugs II, his 2nd pro homer, brings it to 3-2 the score. Colorado Springs over Oakland, heading to the 5th on 8:60 a.m. The Answer. Oakland trails, top of the 5th. After the Darrell Bugs II 2-run blast in the bottom of the 4th, Ballers are back within 1. Butts to face 4, 5, and 6 here in the top of the 5th. I'm Nevada Cullen, and Tyler Peterson is about to ask me a question.
It's time for the question on the answer.
Question on the answer.
I want to know, because today was the youth chess tournament sponsored by the Oakland Ballers at the Prescott Market. What is your favorite board game? Now, we did talk about chess a little bit on the broadcast yesterday, so I will take any type of chess, shogi, go, any of those, or if you want to go life, if you want to go sorry, anything you can think of.
What about Cones of Dunshire?
How about 13-13 dead-end drive?
First pitch from Butts is called a strike, somewhere near the outside corner, nothing in 1. That was perfectly pasted on the edge, actually, by Butts. Nothing in 1. I have my answer already, as Denton swings and misses, nothing in 2. It is a game by the name of Cascadia. Have you heard of this game?
Cascadia.
Cascadia.
Is this anything like that game where you buy sheep?
No, not Catan. 0-2 is in the dirt, 1 and 2. Cascadia is interesting because you have your own board and you're forming your own little environment with different habitats, with different ecosystems, and you get points for the animals you place in those ecosystems. So I think you would like it. It's national park themed, of course. 1-2 is just low and outside. 2 and 2.
Oh, that's one that Monty maybe should have tried to hold.
Yeah, presented it a little better. I can give you a more classic board game if you want as well.
You submitted your answer. That's totally fine.
Thank you. 2-2 is flown into right field, foul ground. That will get out of play.
Sean Anderson,
Anderson.
Says Scrabble. Stephanie Howard says sorry.
I have a fun Scrabble story.
Mass Spectrician says chess is definitely the best board game. Online chess every day.
Popped up. Right side of the infield. Harris has it. He's camped underneath. He scoots and makes the one-handed catch, 1 away.
He or she also plays while watching the game. We do have a quote from, or a note from Ralph Fury Storm. Cascadia is great.
Yay.
Bob says Trivial Pursuit. I am all for any type of trivia.
What about Trivia Murder Party? It's on Jackbox Games. It's a good trivia game. Oh, there's a ball shot through the right side, base hit for Christian Hall, who homers, and then on the next pitch that he sees, singles through the right side. 1 out knock for Hall.
Now, Jackbox is interesting because it's supposed to be a board game type, but it's a video game. So I don't know how I feel about that answer here, per se. My family likes to bust out some bananagrams or boggle.
I love bananagrams. Yeah, bananagrams, that's my favorite word game. Scrabble's still very good, but bananagrams is a little more intense. Kai Moody takes a ball off the plate, 1-0.
Home Plate Dreams says I'm stuck between Monopoly and Clue.
I'll decide that for you. Clue. Clue is the better game. Doesn't take as long. 1-0 is a strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
Guess who, says Ben.
Who?
Yeah.
1-1 on Moody.
Another one. Paul says Trivia Pursuit.
Have you heard of Scrabble Upwards?
No, I know Upwards. Absolutely Upwards.
Okay.
Just Upwards.
1-1, cut on miss, 1 and 2.
My copy of Upwards just says Upwards on it.
Okay. Well, we have this thing with my aunts. Whenever she comes over and we're about to play games, we say, why didn't you bring Scrabble Upwards? We love Scrabble Upwards. And famously, she brought it over once, and my brother and I hated it. Unfairly, I think. And so we always tease her about it now. 1-2 from Butts is low. 2 and 2.
Stephanie Howard going with Operation as well.
Okay. Good answer. These are all good answers. Nice job, everyone, chiming in on our YouTube stream.
What else did I play with it? We had, when I was very, very young, we had a Pokemon Master Quest board game.
You do love your Pokemon games.
I do, yes.
3-2 lead for the Sky Sox here at the top of the 5th. Runner on first, 1 out. 2-2 pitch from Butts is high, and Moody holds up. 3-2.
Little Sister Riley says Chutes and Ladders, which, of course, Candyland was a favorite when I was young as well. Max says Seven Wonders, which I'm not familiar with, I'm sorry to say.
Sounds a bit like Cascadia. Payoff here. Blasted on a line past the dive of Allgaier into left field. First to second goes Hall. He stops there. Throw behind him is not in time. And Moody has his first hit of the game. That was just past the leap of the diving third baseman Allgaier.
Does Leahy also wear an arm sleeve?
Yeah, it's very confusing to me too. I think he does. This is going to be it for Reed Butts, it seems. Aaron Miles out of the dugout. Butts' pitch count at 86. And Aaron Miles will go to the pen here in the fifth, it seems. Yep. There is someone coming in for the Ballers. Looks like Adam Bogosian. We'll confirm that when you return in the top of the fifth inning with 2 on and 1 out. Ballers trailing Colorado Springs 3-2 on 860 AM The Answer. New pitcher for the Ballers, H-O-T-B-O-G-O. It's Adam Bogosian, Bogo as they call him, coming in for the Ballers here in the fifth. Bogosian on Saturday at Glacier, a heroic relief appearance after Luke Short's injury. Went 3 2/3, 3 hits, no runs, a strikeout, and 37 pitches to get 11 outs. Bogosian, 4.61 ERA. 1-0 record, 16 appearances, 27 1/3 innings, 35 hits, 7 walks, and 22 Ks.
Well, for Reed Butts, it's 4 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. As well, a new catcher, Dylan Tatum, is into this ballgame for Pat Monteith in a straight swap.
Yep, that is like for like. Tatum goes in, Monteith out. Tatum will bat 9th for the Ballers, and therefore is not due up for another couple innings, as Monteith was the final out in the 4th. Here in the top of the 5th, Reed Butts' day is done. Bogosian is on to face Landis. Righty battle here with 1 out. A 3-2 Sky Sox lead in the top of the 5th. And the first pitch is bounced foul, 0-1. I'm a bit surprised it wasn't a double play immediately.
Well, we're almost used to that. I think of last homestand against Glacier. Bogo comes in mid-inning and very quickly wrapped up the jam.
If I had to guess which pitcher has rolled up the most double play balls for the Ballers this year, it is Adam Bogosian. 0-1. Landis right on cue to shortstop. Cobb to second for 1. Throw to first is high. And off of the facing of the Ballers dugout. That's a huge no. No, apparently it went into the dugout and then back out, and a run scores. That's an E4 by Harris. He uncorked that throw to first, and he missed badly.
Well, that's going to be an unearned run on the line of Butts.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That should have ended the inning with the double play. It does not.
So fielder's choice, E4.
Well, Ballers so good at turning double plays, finally fail to here. Brings up TT Ali'i with a runner on second and 2 outs. The first pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. So Landis reached on the fielder's choice. He's now at second base. Moody was the runner retired. 0-1 to TT Ali'i. Is bounced to third. Allgaier on 2 hops. Fields fires. Got him by a step. And that is the third out of the inning. Colorado Springs gets one back. They lead 4-2. Heading to the bottom of the fifth. We're halfway through here from Oakland on 860 AM, The Answer. Bottom of the fifth. And the Ballers will send the top of the lineup up for the third time today against Chase Martinez, who has allowed just 2 runs so far on a 2-run blast by Bugs last inning. Ballers trail 4-2 here in the home fifth. I'm Nevada Cullen with Tyler Peterson. Tyler?
We still are in our question on the answer segment. Stephanie Howard's given us a couple, and she says, not risk.
Woo!
Risk, a game of world.
That's a hot take.
Of world conquest, played by 2 men who can barely run their own lives. Another Seinfeld reference for you on this homestand.
That's good. More the merrier. Let me try to think back to who would have been playing Risk in that scene. First pitch in on Cobb. 1-0. I'm guessing it would just be Jerry and George.
No, I'm not beaten
Newman
yet.
Involved?
I still have armies in the Ukraine.
Is this Kramer?
This is Kramer and Newman.
Yep. That would make sense. 1-0. Cobb takes a strike. Outside corner. 1-1. See, I'm bad with my Seinfeld references. All I can do is just go, Newman.
Hello.
Newman. Hello, Jerry. 1-1. Cobb lifts a off-speed pitch out of play off to the right.
Robert Sullivan is chiming in with Candyland. Fernando Lopez says the Mexican Loteria, which I have played many a grade school Spanish class.
Oh. Nice. I've not heard of that. I'll have to give it a go. 1-2 with nobody out. Bottom of the fifth inning. 4-2 lead for the Sky Sox over the Ballers. Cobb calls time.
Jesse Snyder says the Pokemon version of Monopoly was the best version of Monopoly. I have that original one.
Of course.
With the small rubber Pokemon that you can
Would it have been the starter Pokemon?
It would have been with Pikachu as well, I believe.
1-2 bends in. That looks like a strike. And Colorado Springs still does not challenge it. It was low. 2-2. Only one challenge by Oakland today. 2-2 count. Cobb is 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. Martinez delivers, and Cobb fights it off. I feel like 4 characters is not enough, though, for Monopoly.
I'm trying to think now. It would have been the starters.
Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, Pikachu. Maybe like a Pidgey or something like that?
No, it would have been maybe Clefairy.
Clefairy, really? Seems odd. 2-2 pitch once more. Cobb takes low. Count his
well, if you knew your Pokemon lore, you would know that Clefairy was originally supposed to be the mascot of the entire brand, and they switched to Pikachu.
I did not know that. Yes. Honestly, Clefairy's, I wouldn't have minded that. Jigglypuff as well, any of those like fairy-type Pokemon. Payoff on its way to Cobb from Martinez. From the wide, pitch, low and away, ball 4, and that is not going to be challenged. Interesting. Even though Landis looked to throw towards third for the strikeout, he does not challenge ball 4. That's the 5th walk by Martinez. Tying run at the plate. Bottom of the 5th, it's Isai Santos. Martinez at 75 pitches. Only 40 strikes. But he has 6 strikeouts. Runner at first, Cobb. Santos the batter, the lefty against the righty Martinez from the stretch. Pitch is low and in, blocked by Landis. 1-0.
Nice work from Landis behind the plate today. We have not seen the arm yet, though.
No. And Landis has not had a ton of time behind the dish this season. Not as much as Vilos, that's for sure. Pitch outside to Santos, 2-0. Landis this season, runners against him. I thought I had this written down in my notes. I did not. Anyways, they are 25 of 27 with only 2 caught stealing. A throw over to first. Cobb easily back safely. Any other games you wanted to shout out on the topic of board games? What about, did you want to talk a little bit more about chess there, Tyler? And strategy?
We talked about chess at length yesterday, I will say.
2-0 is high, 3-0.
I think he's seen 1 strike in 3 at-bats.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's exactly right. Walk on 4 pitches, walk on 5. It's 3-0 here.
So it's 10 strikes to 1 ball, or 10 balls to 1 strike so far.
Could be a 6th walk right here by Martinez. That's not the case. He finds the zone, 3-1. Gotta love when the crowd chirps on a pitch that was right down the middle. Santos, helping that on-base percentage, has now walked 26 times this season. Cobb gets his lead off at first. Martinez set at the chest, 3-1 pitch. Santos takes just upstairs and walks on 5 pitches. He has seen 2 strikes today. So again, this was the issue for Martinez in Yuba Sutter. It's bend but don't break. And the ballers are trying to get him to break, but he's been too good today. But leadoff walks, 2 leadoff walks here in the 5th inning, could prove costly for the righty Martinez.
It's the right kind of frustration because the guy obviously has good stuff. And then it's like, well, you could just put it together. You could be so dominant and maybe even get yourself out of here. But it is not all quite there together.
Yeah. At his best, that was Thursday at Boise. 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, just 2 walks, a hit by pitch, 8 strikeouts. He did give up a couple bombs. He has given up 1 homer today. And here is Davis Druick, who homered yesterday. First pitch, Druick swings and floats it off to the left. That'll feed the roof of the warehouses over there. Druick, 2 strikeouts today. Entered this game hot, hitting .500 in his last 4 games, 8 for 16, with 4 extra base hits. A triple and a homer yesterday. Tied his season high with 4 RBI. 0-1, bends in, low and away.
Tried to backdoor him there. It did not have the height, but it was over the plate.
Yeah, it was not outside. It was just low to Druick. 2 on, none out, 4-2 ballers trail. Druick takes in 2-1. It's 4-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Sky Sox are trying to even the series at 1 game apiece. And for the first time, we see Ray King, the pitching coach for the Colorado Springs Sky Sox.
I'll say this real quick, too. Druick is the dude, right?
Yep.
But today, against Martinez, he's looked a little bit uncomfortable. 2-run game. He has speed. Drop 1 down.
Ooh. Druick is not much of a bunter, does not have a sacrifice bunt this season. And this could be a spot for your first. It would definitely catch the defense off guard. First baseman Hall is playing, well, right now he's standing way behind first base. And that is not the worst decision with Druick's power. He could sacrifice bunt, or he could hit a 3-run homer and put the ballers in the lead. 2-1. Druick hits it off the cap of the bat, 2-2.
Yeah, if that was an aluminum bat, I think the plastic cap would have exploded.
That was 76, a very slow off-speed pitch from the righty Martinez.
I say aluminum, I guess composite is the correct term.
I think that's correct. BB core.
Yes, BB core.
2 on, none out. 4-2 ballers trail, bottom of the 5th. Martinez closed stance in the stretch. The righty looks towards second. Twice. Comes home. Druick takes ball 3 off the plate, 3-2.
I would not be against sending the runners here 3-2. You're going to have a big kick from the pitcher on the mound. Druick may strike out, but you've got to get these guys in a scoring position.
Payoff to Druick. Runners go. Druick swings and lifts it to center field. Runners got to get back. They see that it's in the air, and they do get back. It is out number 1 as the catch is made by Roberts. Cobb and Santos back easily. 1 away with 2 on here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, he had to swing at it.
Oh, of course. Had to swing. And also, if that's hit a little softer, that ducks in for an RBI hit. So you love the approach there from Druick on 3-2 to get a pitch up in the zone and try to hit it into the gaps. But unfortunately, he did not get the gap. He got the center fielder, Robert. Now here's Danny Harris, the king of clutch this season for the Oakland Ballers. 0 for 2 today, but on a 3-game hit streak. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. First pitch, and Harris swings and misses.
Oh, and I think he got a piece of Landis there.
Catcher's interference?
More of the backswing, perhaps.
Harris this season, you look through the game log, game-winning RBI double back in the 2nd series of the year on May 27th against Grand Junction. It was in a 9-pitch at bat. Had a game-tying triple at Glacier.
The triple, I think of. Yeah.
Had a go-ahead 3-run bomb against Boise on the 24th of June. Harris takes low and away, 1-1. Those are just some of the examples of the many what I would consider to be clutch at-bats from Danny Harris this season. Here he hits with 2 on, and the Ballers trailing by 2 in the bottom of the 5th. The runners are Cobb and Santos. Martinez, the righty, looks towards second, comes home, runners start and stop. Almost a back pick to first base by Landis, but I don't think Hall was covering, and it's ball 1 on Harris.
I actually think that Cobb changed his mind.
Ooh.
I think he was going and then stopped.
Well, good job by Santos to realize that. It's 2-1 on Danny Harris, 26-year-old righty. Turned 26 on Monday. Still his birthday month and week. Two-one count. Martinez looks twice, comes home, runner goes to third. It's a strike, and Cobb is safe. His 10th stolen bag of the season. He does it on strike 2 to Harris.
And it's too bad that Eastside couldn't follow up there. I think that play had sort of been on for a few pitches now. And I think Santos should have realized that a little bit sooner. He can get as big a lead as he wants at first.
It's 2-2 on Harris. A strike, swinging, 2 balls. And he looks at strike 2 to allow Cobb to swipe third. Runners on the corners with 1 out. The 2-2 toss for Martinez. Runner goes to second. Harris bounces it to short, and Santos stays out of the double play. Harris is out at first base with an RBI ground out.
Nice work there.
Brilliant,
excellent work.
Brilliant coaching and base running as Harris drives in his 44th run of the year. It's 4-3 Colorado Springs in the home 5th.
Danny had to go down and get that one. That was right at the bottom of the zone. He just had to make contact. It would have been strike 3 if he doesn't go after it.
That brings up Christian Almanza, who now, because of the Santos ability to get to second there on that ground out, has a chance to tie this game with an RBI knock. First pitch, low and in, smothered by Landis.
Oh no, did that hit him on the foot? Oh no, he was just, I thought for a second there he was untying his guard. Actually, I think he was trying to sell it. I think Almanza thinks he was hit.
Yeah. Well, I know he'd rather end up with a game-tying RBI anyways. Runner at second is Santos after the ground out by Harris. Almanza's 0 for 2 today on a 3-game hit streak. 1-0 toss from Martinez. Almanza is just about hit by that pitch, 2-0. That off-speed pitch really moved inside. Almanza yesterday. The third three-homer game in Ballers history. He drove in 6 runs for the 3rd time this season. 2-0. Oh no, throw to second, and thankfully Santos is back safely. Martinez had him picked off, but Neighbors was late covering. 2 outs. 2-0 the count on Almanza. The team leader in RBI with 63 is up to tied 6th in the Pioneer League with his 63 RBI. 2-0 toss. Almanza crushes a line drive to center field and right at Roberts for out number 3. Lines out to Roberts for the 2nd straight inning. Ballers get one back despite no hits in the frame, and they leave Santos at second. It's an RBI ground out by Danny Harris to make it 4-3 Colorado Springs, heading to the 6th on 860 AM The Answer. Start of the 6th from Ramondi Park. It is a 4-3 Ballers lead. Adam Bogosian on the hill. He'll face 9-1-2 in this inning. Tyler, today is July 23rd, 2025, and it's time for a late edition for today in Oakland history, Oakland baseball history. Any guesses on what happened a year ago today?
The 23rd would be in YOLO?
Yes, that was a loss, though. And so instead, we're going to talk about the professional debut of Dante Stewart.
Ah, yes.
Today. Made his debut in Davis. They signed Dante
Did he
a
double?
year ago today. I do not recall. I wanted to talk a little bit more about his accomplishments later that season and this year. As Bogosian gets a slow grounder towards third. He barehands and then wipes out. Oh, poor Bogo. That's an infield hit, I think.
Yes.
Well, Bogo, great play until he maybe hit a wet spot out towards third.
Well, Allgaier was charging, but
Bogo got to it very quickly.
he got to it, and then you cannot give an error on the slip, so that's an infield hit for McKenzie, who knows, may have beaten it out all the same.
Right. Runner on first, nobody out. Top of the 6th, 4-3. Oakland trails Colorado Springs. Kamayu Neighbors is 1 for 3 with an RBI double today. So Dante Stewart, a year ago today in this day in Oakland baseball history, makes his Ballers debut. Who was his first pro homer against, Tyler?
Ooh, let me see. Let me think.
Just
about
looking for
that.
a team.
Okay.
Bunting down the third base line, foul is Neighbors.
Well,
Nothing in one.
I know he had a 2-home run game against the Boise Hawks.
He did. That was on August 17th, and on August 1st the other day.
Ugh.
First is McKenzie. Neighbors, the lefty at the dish, takes a strike, 0-2. That was representing Dante, the Lake Country Dockhounds, who he is playing for this season. And 1 year ago today, he became a baller forever in our hearts, Dante Stewart.
Driven up to Sacramento by Laura Geist.
Awesome. 0-2, bounce towards third. Allgaier, Fields, throws to second, and he makes the play. Nice job to get McKenzie there, who really slowed up in his slide. Fielder's choice, and Neighbors reaches. 1 out here on the top of the 6th.
Well, one thing about Jake Allgaier, we knew that he had an idea about what to do on the infield, and of course, infield defense very early on in the season was a point of emphasis for upgrading. But Allgaier has come in and really played well, even though he had a couple DH starts.
Yep.
He has got a really good idea of what to do on the infield.
Yes, he has a very plus glove on the defensive end as Slight stands in left side and takes a ball high and away. 1-0. Now, Allgaier played mostly second base with Gary this season, and he made an insane diving catch.
Yes.
On a pop out to right field. Landed him number 5 on SportsCenter Top 10 in June. 1-0 is fouled off, 1-1. Allgaier can play second, short, and third. Played mostly short in his final year of college. That was at Southern Illinois. And Allgaier said he had a teammate that also got on SportsCenter Top 10 who was the number 2 play for Gary in June. 1-1 is a called strike on the inner half. Is that?
Nope.
Nope, no challenge.
That was the helmet adjustment, which
Always
fooled
confusing.
me a few times.
Yeah. Slight is 0 for 3 today. Reached on catcher's interference last time up. Pitch from Bogo's outside, 2-2. 1 out, top of the 6th. Colorado Springs leading 4-3.
Difference right now is the Sky Sox have 8 hits. The Ballers just with 2.
And yet they're somehow within 1, despite, I'd say, one of their worst games this season so far. Swing and a miss, and Slight is down, hacking on Bogosian's first K. 2 down. I mean, this is definitely one of the sloppier games in the second half of the Ballers. That I can say is true. Not as bad as their 12-2 loss, though.
No, I mean, the bats are just
Kalispell.
cold, I think, more than anything else.
Well, the 2 errors.
The
is
2
what I look
errors go into it. The catcher's interference counting as 1.
Bogo steps off. The runner is held up. The throw towards second is thrown into the outfield by Bogosian, but sliding into first is Neighbors. No error. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the chaos.
Even Grant Myers behind home plate has a smile. He cannot believe that.
Oh, man. So Neighbors tried to steal second off of Bogo. Bogo stepped off, ran at him, which is what you should do, and then threw to second, but Neighbors had already decided to run back to first, and Bogo's throw was looped into center, and Bugs came on and fielded it, but Neighbors was already sliding into first base by the time Bugsy got the ball. See if he tries to take off here. 6 on the timer. Bogo's first pitch is a flare right back into his mitt. So Bogo, who slipped on the infield hit by McKenzie to start this inning, gets a soft line out on a broken bat by Roberts to end a wild and wacky top of the 6th inning. 4-3, Ballers trail the Sky Sox. We head to the bottom of the 6th on 860 AM The Answer. Bottom of the 6th here from West Oakland. Ballers trail the Sky Sox 4-3. Weirdly, the last 2 innings, the 4th and the 5th, each team scored the same. 2 runs and then 1 run for each team in the 4th and then 5th innings. But the Ballers put up a 0 in the top of this inning, and if they can score, they can tie it or take the lead. It's time to look at scores again from around the Pioneer League here in the bottom of the 6th. Here in Oakland, it is 2-1. Ballers, or it is 4-3. Ballers trail. Doubleheader sweep. We already mentioned that for the Vibes today. Over the Yuba Sutter High Wheelers, we have one more final for you, and that is from Grand Junction. The Jackalopes beat the Chuckers 7-3.
Oh, wow.
I'd have to look at the pitcher there for the Jackalopes. Albert Bobadilla.
Bobadilla, okay.
4 1/3 scoreless, but I guess that was his debut because he didn't even finish 5. First pitch to Allgaier is a called ball, 1-0, and we start the bottom of the 6th. It is challenged by Colorado Springs. This is a correct challenge. That was well in the zone. So it's 0-1 on Allgaier. More scores for around the Pioneer League tonight. The games that are not final. The Ogden Raptors lead the Boise Hawks 13-6. Safe to say the Hawks are on the struggle bus at this point, Tyler?
Big time.
Yeah. Lost a series to this Colorado Springs team last week. 0-1. Pitch to the switch hitting lefty. Allgaier is low. 1-1. Bottom of the 6th from Great Falls. The Voyagers lead the Mustangs 9-5. Top of the 9th from Kalispell. Paddleheads 3, Glacier nothing. 1-1. Allgaier takes low. 2-1. Missoula, Reese Fields with 5 2/3 scoreless today in his start against the soft-hitting Range Riders. 2-1. Allgaier takes the outside. It's 3-1.
Former teammate at NGU with Pat Monteith, Reese Fields. Also, I got to say, the biggest thing coming out of that Junction game is the fact that Gary Grosjean will not eclipse Reed Butts for 7 wins.
Nice. Good to hear. 3-1. Outside. Ball 4. And it's a 5-pitch walk to Allgaier. That is the 7th walk of the day for Martinez, who is at 99 pitches. And his leash is not too much longer, as there is action in the pen. That would be Joe Kinski warming, the righty, for the Sky Sox.
I just watched a movie last night with Klaus Kinski. Does that count?
I think so.
Okay.
Here is Darryl Buggs, the second. First pitch. Wow.
Ooh.
That was a frisbee breaking ball that just caught the inside corner. That had 1.5 feet of break.
That's Reese Miller's stuff there.
It was maybe just a bit inside, but a great pitch. 0-1. Buggs swings and misses at that same pitch on the outside corner.
I'd throw it 5 more times.
After all, Buggs had a 2-run blast in the 4th, his second pro bomb. Allgaier at first, none out. Bottom of the 6th, 4-3 Ballers trail. Way ahead, pitch from Martinez. He fires in the fastball outside. Balk is called. I did feel like Martinez was due for a balk at some point.
I don't think he fully came set. I don't think he ever fully came set. Did he ever fully come set?
Did not come set. He was working quickly there and fired in a fastball over the outside corner, but no pitch is the ruling. And Balk moves Allgaier into scoring position with nobody out. Tying run at second. And Buggs laces a foul ball off to the right. 0-2. So back-to-back fastballs after consecutive sliders from Martinez. Buggs into the game for Lou Helmick early on. And with a 2-run homer to show for it. Allgaier big lead off of second. Martinez comes home, and Buggs strikes out on the 3rd wipeout breaking ball of the at-bat from Martinez. What away.
Now, Allgaier can scoot a little bit. At all levels in his career, 25 steals out of 30 attempts. So if Buford can shoot one through, we could see this game tied.
Buford is due with a capital D. 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts in the series thus far. Expect breaking ball. Allgaier, big secondary off of second. Pitch inside the fastball at 1-0. 1-0 count. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. Allgaier at second base. Buford 0 for 2 against Martinez thus far, who has thrown 104 pitches. 108 yesterday from Coleman. There's a spin back to second, no throw. Austin Coleman went 5 1/3, 108 pitches. Martinez has thrown 5 1/3, 104. 1-0 from Martinez. Looks towards second before coming home and locates strike one on the outside corner. That's challenged by Buford. But for the first time today, a missed challenge by either side. It was at the bottom of the zone on Buford, who was right on his first challenge. 4-3 lead for the Sky Sox. bottom of the 6th inning. Buford, the righty, back in there after missing a challenge. Circles the bat a few times in front of him. Time is called. What was that signal down there by Alan
I
Rucker?
think we were still writing the challenges down.
Okay. Makes sense. Got to give the umpires
scribble
time.
scrabble, yeah.
1-1. Martinez looks at second. Comes home. Buford takes high, 2-1. I was impressed by that last pitch because Martinez did not look home until he started the motion, which actually, I think, how does that work if you're in the stretch? Do you still have to engage the hitter with your eyes before you start?
That's an excellent question.
I guess, to be fair,
I
he's
guess it's when
engaging
you
the hitter.
come set, yeah.
He's engaging the hitter several times and just checking second. Buford takes a breaking ball off the plate. That's a great hold. 3-1. We'll see Dylan Tatum hit for the first time this game, either in this inning or next. He is on deck. 3-1 on its way. Buford taps it foul. Got another off-speed pitch right there, middle of the zone, but again, it's that splitter, changeup, maybe combination of the two, maybe completely different pitch. And Buford could not make sharp contact with it. So the count is full. Martinez talks to Moody, his second baseman, before looking home. Peering in for the sign, then comes set at the chest. Looks Allgaier's way and fires. Buford fights it off.
He's faced 25 batters. Buford is the 26th batter. And you know what? He's only just allowed the 2 hits.
Yeah.
It's still just 2 hits. He's walked 6, mind you. Or now 7.
If it weren't for the walks, it would be a Pioneer League Pitcher of the Week type performance today. One more payoff pitch. Buford lifts it. Shallow center field. I don't know if Roberts sees it. Out is the shortstop, though. Neighbors who makes the squeeze for out number 2. That is 110 pitches for Martinez. Will he face Tatum? Tatum hitting in the place of Monteith after entering as a defensive replacement earlier. And speaking of clutch, Tatum had a clutch homer on Sunday as Ray King will exit the dugout to talk to Martinez, maybe to buy time for Kinski warming in the pen, the righty. I would have to assume Kinski's coming in right here. What say you, Tyler?
Well, I think if Kinski is coming in, it won't be Ray that makes the change.
No, I think this is Ray King just giving his reliever some more time to get hot.
There's a look down to the bullpen there.
Runner on second. 2 down, bottom of the 6th. It's a 4-3 Colorado Springs lead to protect. And now Grant Myers is coming out to break up this meeting. This is very much just buying time for Kinski. Ray King gives the tap. That was a long mound meeting. Again, no move has been made.
You like Dimitri Young coming out right here?
Yeah. 110 pitches. Martinez has been great, but he has to be tired. He has already walked 7. And there was a lot of shuffling by Ray King, but it appears like Martinez will face Tatum. The go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. Allgaier at second, the tying run. The first pitch is swung on and missed.
That's audacious to throw him a first pitch fastball.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone's hunting fastballs, Gabe White, Rain Supple, I mean, he hunts fastballs off.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Rain Supple in Glacier on Sunday. Threw him a first pitch fastball. Tatum didn't miss. Hit a 2-run homer. A go-ahead shot in the 9th. Tatum cranks it high to center field. Roberts is there in center. Camped underneath, makes the catch for out number 3. Martinez exits as the pitcher of record. We would assume he exits after 6. And he throws a whopping 112 pitches. And his team, the Sky Sox, lead 4-3 heading to the 7th on 860 AM The Answer. Your line score through 6. It's Colorado Springs 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Oakland 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors for the final few frames. Here is Tyler Peterson to tell you about a new pitcher for the Ballers.
Ballers trailing by 1 here in the 7th. Gabe Tanner is out of the Oakland bullpen. 4-0 is Tanner. 8 appearances, 3 starts. How good has he been this year? How about an ERA of 2.81 in his first 25 2/3 innings? That's equivalent to Collier and Sullivan and better than both, because he has only allowed 8 earned runs in that time. Hasn't struck out as many batters, 17, but he's only walked 8, and batters are hitting .274 against him. We'll see him against Denton, Hall, and Moody in a 1-run ball game.
And not to scare anyone, the strikeouts are ticking up. A career-high 4 strikeouts in back-to-back outings, including Sunday at Glacier in the 5-3 win. He went 2 2/3, 1 hit allowed, no runs.
So Tanner against Denton, who will switch around and hit from the left side. First pitch is swung on and hit out of play. A single, a strikeout, and a pop-out, the 3 at-bats so far for Denton. A pair of home runs for him yesterday. He also doubled in 2, 4 RBI in yesterday's loss for the Sky Sox, as the next pitch is swung on and missed out of the hand of Tanner. A changeup below the zone, and it's a quick 0-2. Tanner will work from the windup. A swingman, Gabe Tanner. Spot starts and relieves. The 0-2 on its way is swung on and fouled out of play. Fastball right at the top of the zone, 90 miles an hour. Now from the windup once more. The 0-2 is a slider. Strike 3 called on the outside, and Denton is gone looking. Perfect pitch.
Right at that top outside corner. That's how you go backdoor on a lefty.
And now another lefty who's had a really nice game. It's Christian Hall. 2 hits. He had a solo home run off Reed Butts in the 4th. He's also scored a 2nd run. That came in the 5th after a 1-out single. The first pitch. Hall, a high deep drive to center field. Bugs going back. He's at the track. He leaps, and that is way out of here. Off the batter's eye in center field. Swung on, gone. Fastball right down the middle, 400 feet off the batter's eye. It is 5-3.
2-homer game for Hall. That is his 2nd professional 2-homer game. He had one against Yuba Sutter on June 21st, and Hall has now homered 3 times in his past 3 games.
That'll bring up Kai Moody. Moody, who was on base 4 times yesterday, has been on base twice today. 1 on a walk and 1 on a single. Tanner to the plate. The slider is down low for ball 1. Well, it was a little bit of a get-me-over from Tanner. Hall, who has been hitting, let's say, a lot of hard, loud contact, did not miss it. Next pitch, fastball is outside, 2-0. Sky Sox 5, Oakland 3 here in the 7th. Next pitch, breaking ball is down and in. We go to the bottom of the 9th in Glacier. They're fighting back.
Watch out.
3-1, the Glacier Range Riders trail with the bases loaded and 2 away. The next pitch is high. It's a 4-pitch walk to Moody. He walks for the 6th time in 2 nights. That'll bring up Quint Landis. Landis, he brought in the first run tonight with a solo shot in the 2nd inning. First pitch, a strike. One for 3 altogether. Throw over to first, and back to the bag is Moody. Kai Moody on the year only has stolen 2 bags, but he has not been thrown out. Tanner, the slide step, the next pitch is fouled high and away behind home plate. It is 0-2. Tanner's set at the belt. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on a miss. Tatum's throw, and we're going to get batter's interference. That is a double play. Stepping right on the plate was Landis. He struck out. The batter's interference negates the man at second. That is entered, I believe, as a 2 unassisted. All right, 2 unassisted, the out at second on the batter's interference. We'll take a break and we'll come back on 860 AM, The Answer. To the bottom of the 7th we go. The batter's interference ends the inning. So the solo shot by Hall makes it a 5-3 game, and now a new pitcher on the mound, and it is the aforementioned Joe Kinski. Kinski, the first man out of the bullpen, taking over for Chase Martinez, who was spectacular today. I would say very reminiscent, as I was thinking about it before, of the Miguel Hernandez start all the way back in May. 6 innings for Martinez, 2 hits, 3 runs, 7 walks. That is the only blemish, but 7 Ks as well. So Kinski, well, come on. It is a quality start for Martinez, and he is in line for a victory tonight.
Kinski, last pitch Saturday at Boise, an inning and a third, 5 hits, 5 earned runs. He has a 9.14 ERA, the right-hander from Denver.
Here's the first pitch to Tremaine Cobb. It's a breaking ball that Cobb ducks out of the way of, and that is a huge breaking ball at over 3,000 RPMs. Cobb, Santos, and Druick, top of the order. Breaking ball stays high this time. It's 0-1. Getting a chair switch out for Nevada. 1-1 to Cobb. Kinski from the stretch. The pitch on its way is a breaking ball. That one drops to the bottom of the zone at 3,100 RPMs, which is, again, filthy. 1-2. Cobb today, 1 for 2. Doubled, walked, stole a base, scored. Pitch is fouled off just barely. Emergency hack. That thing was coming down toward the outer part of the zone quite quickly at 75. A guy with an ERA of 9, and right now that is not showing. It's a 1-2 on its way to Cobb. He takes a fastball high and away. Well, for Kinski, 28 walks in 21 2/3 innings. Sort of very Gabe White-like. Guy with a big breaking ball, but may not know where it's going. 2-2 to Cobb. The pitch on its way is a breaking ball, strike 3 called, and all he can do is walk back to the dugout. That is very tough to hit. 1 away.
Not a lot to do with that pitch. When you see a breaking ball with over 3,000 rotations per minute, that means it is spinning at such a high rate and can be so hard to hit when executed.
Santos today has walked 3 times, 0 for 0. First pitch is a big breaking ball down low. Well, he got the righty out. I'd love to see the splits because he's going to face back-to-back lefties. Here's the 1-0 from Kinski, and Santos takes a strike.
The ballers, I know it's a big curveball. You got to attack that pitch now. You've seen it enough. He's thrown it a bunch to the first 2 hitters he's faced, and that was really right down the middle.
1-1 to Isai. He takes very high, and I don't even know if TrackMan would have. It didn't. TrackMan doesn't even show it on the zone. That pitch was sailed so high over the catcher and the batter and the umpire that no one ever moved. And that's one that just slips from the hand. Ballers trail by 2 here in the 7th. Pitch on its way. Eastside takes in the dirt. He's walked 28, Kinski has. I mean, this is a good breaking ball from Joe Kinski. Pitched for Glacier in 2023. Maybe I do remember that. The 3-1. That's high and in, and for the 4th time today, Santos has walked. That'll bring up Davis Druick. He has the power to tie this game, and right now, you have got to sit curveball.
Yeah, sit curveball and also be patient. Wait until you get a strike on you before you swing. Unless you get a hanger that you know you can hit out.
Today, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. All of those at bats against Martinez. The first pitch, Druick swings and misses. There it was. Oh, 0-1. Santos in a crouched first, decent lead. Kinski fires, and the breaking ball is in for strike 2. Just not a whole lot you can do with that. And now Druick must protect. I still think you have to sit curveball. Kinski will step off.
It is a pretty vast difference in speed between the fastball and the curveball, but you just have to hope your hands are fast enough, your reactions are quick enough to fight off a fastball if you're sitting curveball. The
0-2. Pitch on its way. It's the breaking ball. It's strike 3 called. And Druick is going to challenge, but he is going to be really disappointed because there's just not a whole lot you're going to be able to do. That's going to be a strike 3. Two outs for Harris. Harris, we talked about the clutch gene. He may get one more at bat in this game. But right now, they need him to come through in the 7th. First pitch is off the plate. Colorado Springs 5, Oakland 3. Harris is a potential tying run.
Kinski does not give up homers, just one allowed this season.
The pitch, Harris takes a fastball for a strike. 1-1. Oakland looking for a rally here in the final 3 innings. Does it come in the bottom of the 7th? Here's the kick for the 1-1. It's a breaking ball. It's hit on one big hop to the second baseman, Moody, who throws to first. It's in time for the final out. No runs, no hits, no errors, a man left on base. Still just 2 hits for Oakland. 1 in the first and 1 in the fourth. Nothing else going for the Ballers today. We head to the 8th, 5-3, Colorado Springs on 860 AM, The Answer. Top of the 8th inning, it's 5-3 Colorado Springs over Oakland. Tyler Peterson and Nevada Cullen with you this second of 6 games before we hit the road and face the Yuba Sutter Highwhalers for 6 games. Those will all be with Nevada Cullen, and then we'll come home for 6 more against Yuba Sutter. Those will all be with me. Nevada and I trading off once again. Gabe Tanner still on the mound. He'll face Marcus Titiali'i, TJ McKenzie, and Kamayu Neighbors. Now, Tanner was a late addition, or I should say a midseason addition to Oakland's roster, but he may have faced Titiali'i in spring training because Tanner did come in for a couple unofficial appearances as a invite. Here's the first pitch, Tanner to Titiali'i. The slider is in for strike 1.
Well, I don't know who struck him out, but I have that one spring training game. That was against the Black Sox, though, so I don't think it was Tanner pitching, but Titiali'i did strike out in that game.
It's 0-1. Tanner from the windup. The next one is a fastball down and away. It's 1-1.
Now, there were some East Bay guys there pitching that day, so it could have been Gabe Tanner.
I don't think Tanner pitched for the Black Sox. Maybe he did. I cannot remember. The 1-1 on its way. It swung on and missed. Breaking ball inside on Titiali'i. It's 1-2. Titiali'i today, 2 walks and a ground out, so he is 0 for 1 in his first start of the series. Tanner's 1-2. On its way, it is a slider off the plate. Ballers trail by 2. They'll need Tanner to hold the line here in the final couple innings. The pitch to Titiali'i is a swing and a miss. Chased the fastball upstairs at 90, and he is gone swinging. He is the beer batter today, but it does not count. Last call, already an inning behind.
Well, I mentioned Gabe Tanner has seen the strikeouts tick up. He already has 3 through an inning and a third. Career high is 4. He has done that each of the past 2 outings.
That'll bring up TJ McKenzie. McKenzie singled in the 6th inning to lead off the inning. And now he hits a ball to shallow center field. Bugs coming in. He'll have no play. He'll play it on a hop. And now he will single with 1 out in the 8th. And now this is where things will get interesting. You've got a team that has had a hot, quick start to the second half. They're in a position to take a ball game that they have more or less dominated. Let's be honest.
Yep.
10 hits to 2. The pitching staff has kept it close. The Ballers have had a couple big hits to make it 5-3. But do they go for the kill shot? Do they send McKenzie and try to get something going as Tanner throws over and back is McKenzie?
I say absolutely. 1 out in the inning. McKenzie, 5th in the league with his 20 stolen bases.
Neighbors doubled in a run in the 4th. He is 1 for 4 so far. Tanner to the slide step. The pitch is hit to center field. Fairly deep. Bugs is over to his left, though, and he makes the catch. 2 outs.
Well hit by Neighbors, but just didn't quite barrel it up enough. Only 86 off the bat.
Here's a guy that could barrel it up, though. Evan Slight. He is 0 for 4. Reached on the catcher's interference, and got to be honest, I remember seeing a batter's interference earlier this year, but I don't know about a catcher's interference as the throwback chases McKenzie to the bag. First pitch to Slight, the slide step. Fastball is high and away. So Tanner will keep the runner at first close on that slide step. Here comes the 1-0. Tanner's next pitch is swung on and fouled back. The regular kick from Tanner that time. (5-3) Sky Sox here in the 8th. 2 away. So 1-1 to Evan Slight. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and missed, and it is dropped by Tatum, so no play. McKenzie will steal second. I thought for a moment it was fouled at the plate, but indeed it was just not handled correctly by Tanner. It is, however, 1-2. I should hand it correctly by Tatum, excuse me. 1-2 to Slight, who is still looking for his first hit in this series, 0 for 9. Tanner to the plate. It swung on and missed. Let's tie that career high. 4 more for Tanner in 2 innings of work. Almanza, Allgaier, Bugs when we come back. Ballers trail by 2 on 860 AM, The Answer. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM, The Answer. A pitching change for the Colorado Springs Sky Sox. They bring in the guy that's having probably the best year overall when you look at the longevity of the season, Ryan Velasquez. 19 appearances, 2-2 record, a 5.70 ERA. 23 2/3 innings, 22 Ks, 18 walks. Batters hitting .287 against him. He'll face Almanza, Allgaier, and Bugs, and a little bit surprising to see Joe Kinski done after just 1 inning.
He struck out 2, did not allow a hit. He walked 1, and he did not allow a run in a scoreless 7th inning against the top of the Ballers order, and I got to side with you on that comment, TP.
If Velasquez is the 8th inning guy, then Alon Lopez is the 9th inning guy. So we'll see what the Ballers can do with Almanza to begin things off, and the first pitch is low for ball 1. Ryan Velasquez is a name that's familiar to me. I've known him ever since he was released by the Pirates in 2023.
On May 31st.
1-0 on its way to Almanza. Ground ball toward the second baseman. Stopped on the outfield grass. Moody to first. It is in time, and a nice play by Kai Moody for out number 1.
You could tell it wasn't hit hard enough to sneak through, so it was just a matter of could Moody make the play deep in the 3-4 hole? The answer is yes. He smothered it through to first after spinning around and got Almanza with plenty of time.
Here's Jake Allgaier, who has walked twice today. He's also scored a run. He is 0 for 1. Velasquez has bounced around last couple of years between the Owls, the Atlantic League, the Frontier League, which is a called strike. He was actually a player that I got to see when he pitched at Washington when I was working for the Pac-12 conference. He's a very effective reliever as a Husky. 0-1. Allgaier takes outside at 83. It's 1-1.
Velasquez only made 2 appearances in the minors, both in the Florida Complex League for the Pirates in 2022, then, as you said, Tyler, released in 2023.
1 out in the 8th. Ballers trail by 2. Pitch to Allgaier is swung on, hit down the line. This might work. It will fall, and it'll one-hop the wall. Allgaier headed to second, and he is going to have a stand-up double. Is that his first extra base hit as a baller? It is. All right.
Goes the opposite way as well. The switch hitter batting lefty just flicks it to left field. And the Ballers don't need to get it all at once right here. If they could even play 1 in this 8th inning, they would increase their chances of coming back and winning this ballgame.
Bugs, Buford on deck. All of a sudden, batting Buford 8th and Tatum 9th is something that is going to come in play in this 8th inning.
If there were none out, this is a pretty easy spot for Bugs to try to bunt for a hit. Still wouldn't be surprised if he tries to lay one down here.
So Velasquez looking in, he's got to step off because they hadn't decided on a pitch with 7 seconds to go. They still cannot decide on a pitch. Now he comes set with 6 seconds left. He kicks and fires, and Bugs takes a ball down and in. And momentarily squirts away from Landis, but he picks it up. And then, after calling time, throws the ball out. He got too much dirt. Bugs is the tying run. He had a 2-run home run in his first at-bat in the 4th after coming in for Lou Helmick. It's 1-0. Velasquez and Landis are not on the same page, and that is a second disengagement. And now Landis has to walk out and have a chat with Velasquez.
I get it. It's a tight game. This is not a game that the Sky Sox are used to being in over the course of the season. Over the second half, yes, they're used to this. They played tight games with Boise, and they played a tight game last night towards the end of it. But there's a lot of pressure here on Velasquez to execute.
3 hits for Oakland, all extra base hits. Cobb double, Bugs home run, Allgaier double. Allgaier at second, 1 away. It's 1-0 to Darrell Bugs. Velasquez throws, and Bugs swings and misses. Chases the high fastball there. It's 1-1. This is a get him over or get him in situation for Darrell Bugs. Again, with no outs, a little bit more pressure, but you've only got the 5 outs to play with. The 1-1. Bugs is almost hit. It gets through the catcher, and that's a wild pitch to the backstop, sending Allgaier to third. Okay. Now this is a get him in.
Is this a squeeze play? Allgaier with speed, Bugs a good bunter.
The safety versus the suicide.
Yep.
Well, right now, the Sky Sox are going to allow the run. They are playing the infield back.
Bold.
A 2-1. Bugs swings and misses. Ball gets away from Landis momentarily. He picks it back up and will throw it out to Velasquez. Swung through that pitch coming down and into him. And now Bugsy has got to protect. 1 for 2, a home run and a strikeout. Runner at third is Allgaier here with 1 out in the 8th. A 2-2 count. Ballers trail by 2. Velasquez is set. He may bring the heat. 2-2 on its way is swung on and lined. Foul down the right field line. It was the heat at 91. Bugs got a bat to it. It was middle up, about belt high.
Yeah, it's the right approach from Bugs right there. Get the elevated fastball outside and go the other way with it. See what you could do. He almost had what could have been a triple down the line to score a run, but it was plenty foul.
Any way to keep this ball in play. A little choke on the bat. You can see the knob stick out. The 2-2 is down and in. It's 3-2.
That was the pitch he swung at on 2-1. Good hold.
They've got to go after Bugs here. You do not want ball 4 with Buford and Tatum coming up and the speed of Bugs on base. Velasquez comes set. And the pitch on its way is swung on and missed. It was the off-speed pitch, and Bugs swung through it. Down and in, and Velasquez picks up a big strikeout for out number 2.
I mean, you just can't throw a better two-strike pitch than that one, especially on 3-2 to go with the change-up looking pitch low and in right on the corner. Nothing Bugs can do with it.
Here's Cam Buford. First pitch to Buford is a fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. 0 for 3 for Cam, tonight's designated hitter. 2 strikeouts and a pop-out. Runner is at third with 2 outs. Got to find a way to get Allgaier in. And he's got to be ready if Velasquez throws one back to the screen again. The 1-0, Buford fouls it back. And it'll need to be a comeback for Oakland tonight. The 1-1. Velasquez to the plate. Fastball is low. With the speed of Buford, that also puts you in a situation where you do not want him on base for free. (2-1). Buford takes down low. 3-1. I mean, you said he was due. He is due, and overdue. He might get a pitch to hit here. It may not be the fastball, but it may be a pitch to hit.
I wouldn't be surprised if it were that changeup pitch diving down and in again.
Set is Velasquez. And the 3-1 is inside. It was the fastball. It is ball 4. And the tying run is on base for Oakland here in the 8th. Dylan Tatum will bat.
It's Ray King again, pitching coach for the Sky Sox. This, I would be surprised if they pulled Velasquez. But there is action in the pen for the Sky Sox, and that is Alain Lopez.
I was talking to a few folks around the league. Lopez apparently really gets it up there. 94, 95. Couple of saves for Lopez. Not many opportunities for saves for the Sky Sox or Owls this year. And in fact, they only have 2 on the year, and both are from Lopez. Tatum flied out to center field in the 8th. He is the potential go-ahead run. The runners are at the corners with 2 outs. Landis letting his defense know all ground balls go to first. Allgaier leads from third. Buford held on at first. He gets his lead. The first pitch to Tatum is a fastball at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. And Tatum wants to challenge. And Nevada, I think Oakland has just lost its final challenge.
Yeah, that was at the bottom of the zone. Great pitch by Velasquez. And the crowd is going to, the boo birds are going to come out. Do you like by John Ball Jr., I think?
What about John Bell Jr.?
Boo birds.
The Boo Birds. I would love if we put up an Abe Lincoln on the board. That's also one of John's. Yeah, 5 in an inning. So Tatum starts off in an 0-1 count. Velasquez to the plate. Tatum swings and fouls it back. He got the changeup there. You could tell he was early. It's 0-2.
2 games ago, Dylan Tatum A game-winning at bat against Glacier in the 9th. First pitch, 2-run bomb. A homer here puts the Ballers ahead. He's just trying to not go down with 2 outs and an 0-2 count ensuing.
Lannis will use this foul ball opportunity to walk out to the mound and have a chat with Velasquez. This is going to count as a 5th mound visit. This is it, right? No more mound visits for the Sky Sox.
Someone's been reading their rule book before bed.
The old MVR. It's great reading material. Puts you right to sleep. 0-2 to Tatum. Fastball way outside.
When do you send Bugs?
Buford?
Buford, thank you.
I would let Tatum try to tie this or give us a lead.
Fair play.
1 out, I'd send him. The pitch is in the dirt, and now Buford will take second. That's another wild pitch. And now, here's where things get interesting. A single would likely tie this game. Grant Myers is coming out because of a chat that ensues. And now the umpires are coming together. And I don't know why they got to have another mound visit there, but
yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Two and two the count. Velasquez ready. His pitch to Tatum. He swings and misses. Went to the fastball, blew him away at 91, and the inning is over. The Ballers trail by 2, headed to the 9th on 860 AM, The Answer. The call to the bullpen for James Collier. A 2-run deficit for Oakland here in the top of the 9th. Collier will face off against the meat of the order, Roberts, Denton, and Hall, 3, 4, and 5. He comes on in relief of Gabe Tanner, who did his job.
2 innings, 1 hit. It was a homer, so 1 earned run allowed, 1 walk, and tied his career high with 4 strikeouts for the 3rd straight outing.
I had 2 hits. Is it 1 hit?
2 hits, thank you.
Okay. Collier this year has been ever so slowly whittling the ERA down to below 3, a 2.88 ERA, 20 appearances, a 2-0 record, 31 Ks in 25 innings. Batters hitting just 198 against him. That is second best on the active squad.
Collier is 9th in the league in ERA at 2.88 and has been very good of late. Sunday at Glacier, a save, his 2nd pro save, an inning, no hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts.
Unqualified ERAs as they are. I'd like to know actually who has the best actual ERA in the league.
Tough call. I think
no one on that list so far.
Wozniak for Yuba Setter.
Oh, okay. Of course it would be a high wheeler, Ben Ferrer. So here is Brett Roberts. 1 for 4 on the day. 5 runs, 10 hits, an error for the Sky Sox. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for Oakland. Collier needs a quick inning. First pitch is swung on and fouled away. At least that's what Jim Diedrich, James Harris, and the manager Aaron Miles are looking for. To give the top of the order a chance to win this ball game in the 9th. Collier set, and the pitch to Roberts is down low. Oakland is out of challenges. Let's see if that comes back to bite them. One. Collier kicks and fires, and that's in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Join us tomorrow, 6:35 start. For Grateful Dead Night?
Nope.
For
commemorative cups and Vogue.
the night market and tribute to On Vogue. Next pitch is down low, 3-1. Join us Friday at 6:35 for Grateful Dead Night. A 4:35 start on Saturday for the Native American Heritage Night. And Sunday, it's Halloween. So I'm told.
Wait, what?
3-1 on its way to Roberts. Is swung on, popped up. This is way up there on the infield. This is swirling. Allgaier puts it away. One away in the inning. And that'll bring up Denton. 1 for 4 as well for Denton. Both his and Roberts' singles came in the first inning. A couple of Ks on his night. Collier is set. And the first pitch to Denton, the switch hitter, is swung on, hit to left field. That's going to loop in for a base hit. So a 2-hit night for Denton. And now the man who's done the most damage of anyone tonight, it's Christian Hall. 3 hits, 2 solo shots. He's scored 3 times.
It's been a good day if you were a UAB Blazer. Christian Hall with 2 bombs, Darryl Buggs with 1. They were teammates from 2022 to 2023.
What type of serpentine creature is the Blazer? Is it a dragon?
Yeah.
Okay. First pitch to Hall is a fastball at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. And Hall wants to challenge.
There have been some pretty bad challenges tonight by both teams.
Well, Sky Sox have all 3 left.
For now. Not anymore.
Well, for Grant Myers, not a bad day at the office. He's only missed the 2 challenges via TrackMan, and he has put up 4 X's.
Put it on the board.
A slight turn of the back by Hall at the stance. Very closed. A lefty-righty matchup. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. That was a challenge at 90. And I think that Hall just did pull off. So maybe now Collier goes to the off speed. This does not need to be in the strike zone. Also known as don't throw this in the strike zone. The 0-2. Collier kicks and fires, and it's swung on foul back. That was a good pitch. That was above the hands, maybe a ball and a half above the zone. That's exactly where you want to have it. You can attack that again. That one at 91. Steady diet of fastballs from Collier now. The 1-2 is swung on, just got a piece. That was the splitter right at the bottom of the zone. Would have been a strike. Hall needed to protect. And this is a really nice sequence right now from this battery. Denton at first. Ballers trail 5-3 in the top of the 9th. Collier bends down and now comes set. The 0-2 pitch on its way, and Hall takes a fastball low. 1-2. Where do you go from here? Collier to the plate, and it's a half swing. Does he go? The umpire at second says no, and that's the right way to go about it. But again, this is still a really nice way to attack Hall here. That slider down and in nearly got the swing.
It's just a battle between two guys in top form. Collier out of the pen, and Hall, who has 2 home runs today.
2-2. Pitch on its way. It's swung on and grounded foul. Fastball low outside part of the plate. It's a good battle. A ground ball could send the ballers to the bottom of the ninth. Hall, who has done damage today, got to keep him off the board. 2-2 is swung on and missed, and there it was, the off-speed pitch. Collier picks up his first strikeout of the game, 2 away.
He's just been locked in. Collier, the pride of Hayward, California, has the last 12 appearances have been amazing. 14 2/3 innings in that span, 0 runs allowed for James Collier, and that is how he's been able to shrink that ERA.
I can't get over what a great sequence that was,
Yeah, it was
called
such
by
a good
Tatum.
battle. Such a good battle.
So here's Moody. The first pitch is a slider down and away. He could make me Moody if he sent one to the gap.
Ooh, that's low even for you.
Today, I can get a little moody in the press box sometimes.
You're allowed. Yes.
Snappy.
I'm pro crying in baseball.
2 walks and a hit for Moody today. And the pitch is a called strike. Ballers are only down by 2. Moody has drawn 6 walks in 2 games. I don't usually get the low-hanging fruit on the puns, but
You took it, you ran with it.
I took it, I ran with it. The 1-1 to Moody. Swung on and missed. I think he tried to elevate and celebrate there and missed the cutter.
It was a high pitch, high cutter there from Collier, and Moody came up empty. Why not swing for the fences when you're up 2 in the ninth?
Runner at first, 2 outs. Collier squats down, now comes set. It's a 1-2 on its way. And Moody swings and misses. Swing totally broke down on the fastball. 2 Ks for Collier, and we head to the bottom of the ninth. 2 to tie, 3 to go home. Cobb, Santos, Druick when we come back on 860 AM, The Answer. Bottom of the ninth. Ballers trying to walk it off for just the 2nd time this year, not counting knockout rounds. I'm Tyler Peterson alongside Nevada Cullen. 5-3 they trail, and the new man out of the bullpen is Alain Lopez, who has both of the saves that this team has this year. Lopez in 17 games is 0-2 with a 5.82 ERA. He has struck out 23 in 17 innings. He's walked 14 and allowed 20 hits.
Last time out was more than a week ago. It was July 5th at Boise when Lopez went an inning. Did give up a hit and an earned run. That was a homer, but he also struck out the side. So that's about what you're getting from Lopez.
Velasquez goes 1 inning. He got the 8th. So Kinski the 7th, Velasquez the 8th. He allowed a hit, no runs, walked a batter, and struck out 2. 2 big strikeouts of Bugs and Tatum in that inning. Cobb to lead it off. Tremaine Cobb today has struck out twice. He is 1 for 3, doubled to begin the ball game in the bottom of the first, walked and scored a run in the 5th.
I mean, if you can get Cobb on, then you essentially are getting 2 on, because Santos has not had a result today other than walk.
He's had the Kai Moody line.
Yeah, it's no guarantee that Santos will walk again, but Lopez I'll repeat what Tyler said, 14 walks in 17 innings, so he's due for 1 in this frame. And you would expect it to be against Santos.
Sky Sox 5, Ballers 3. The first pitch from Lopez to Cobb rather, is a slider that stays high. The lone walk-off this year was Cobb scoring on a wild pitch thrown by Cam Cowan. A 6-5 victory. One of many 6-5 victories in a short span. Was it 2 or 3? I think it was 2. Maybe it was just 2. The 1-0 is a fastball high, 2-0. Already a good start.
2 what? I zoned out.
That's 2 6-5 victories.
Oh, yes, in a row.
Yes.
Because then the next 2 were 10-6 wins. I got you.
2-0 to Cobb. He takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Ballers have not lost this year in Los Peloteros jerseys. 2-1 is in the dirt, 3-1. So they want to keep that going. They want to score. And they want to score at least 2 here in the 9th. 3-1. As I said, Lopez has walked 14 in 17 innings. Pitch on its way. Cobb takes high. No, it's strike 2. And he has no challenges left.
And you are absolutely right. The Ballers bitten by running out of challenges. Look, it's a missed call by Grant Myers, but you can't run out of challenges. Not in a close game. Not on really pitches that the Ballers, you could argue, shouldn't have challenged.
I would say there were 2 of the 3 were challenges that really were not very close. Now a 3-2 count. And now Cobb takes in the dirt. There is ball 4.
So it's all okay in the end for Trey. He gets the walk that he deserved. And now here's the guy that is putting on a Kai Moody type performance with 4 walks.
The ultimate ambush is to swing first pitch.
Now Moody did pop out in his last at bat yesterday, so Santos needs to be wary. A walk is, in this situation, just as good as a hit if the Ballers are to come back in this game. 2-run homer that's a whole nother story.
First pitch to Santos is in the dirt, blocked by Landis. Again, 2 strikes Santos has seen today in 4 plate appearances? Or did we stop counting after the 3rd walk?
It might be 3 strikes.
All right.
Again, I'll remind y'all of the streak that Santos is on. 3 straight games with an extra base hit.
Pitch on its way. Santos looks at a pitch high. 2-0. Chance of ball 7, even though it's not 7 in a row. A 2-0 to Santos from Lopez. Here it comes. It's high and in.
Are we in College Station right now?
The 12th fan.
Yeah. And look, Colorado Springs, they've got a few SEC guys. They're not, they're probably used to this chant.
3-0 on its way. Santos looks at strike 1.
Usually you get a cheer after throwing a strike, after you've thrown 6 or 7 balls consecutively, but not the case for Lopez there. Poor guy.
Well, let's see if that activates the bat of Isai Santos. The pitch is high for ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start the 9th. The go-ahead run comes to the plate in the form of Davis Druick. And you let Druick swing away here. I know I said earlier something about a sacrifice bunt. Not here, where you can win the game. Look at this. This is interesting. James Harris having a word with Danny Harris who is on deck currently. Maybe a tip situation?
Here's my best advice. Don't swing until you get a strike. And we'll see if Druick does what you implied and swings away if he does get one here to start the at-bat.
2 walk-offs in Oakland's history, for those wondering. One was last year, a single by Noah Martinez against the Owls. And then one this year, the wild pitch, which scored Cobb against Glacier. The first pitch to Druick. He takes a breaking ball for a ball and now challenged by Landis. That one I'm very surprised by because I feel like even if that was low, it crossed the zone.
Yeah, that was pretty clearly a strike.
And it is overturned to a strike. That is a good challenge from Landis. To start out this at bat 0-1, that is huge for Lopez.
Yeah.
Defense is playing behind both runners. We have seen this before. The 0-1 to Druick, that is just off the plates.
Ooh, that's good presentation, too, from Landis. I'm surprised that was called a ball.
There was a situation earlier where Cobb stole third and Eastside did not follow up. I don't think you're sending runners in the 9th with no outs. It's 1-1 to Druick. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. He had a swing at 93 on the inside. That's as fast as we've seen from Lopez today. It's 1-2.
Davis Druick 0 for 4 today. Had 4 runs batted in yesterday, but again, hitless in this contest.
Lopez comes set. 2 on, nobody out in the 9th. Ballers trail by 2. There goes Cobb, and it is strike 3 called on Davis Druick. So the steal, and now, what do we got? Druick's not happy with something.
Does he think a box should have been called? Alan Walker warning the Ballers dugout, it seems, cautioning them.
And now there's, I don't know exactly what's happening. Both, yeah, I think he thinks a box should have been called. It's strike 3. It's another steal for Cobb, and again, Santos did not follow up. So now we're in a situation where a ground ball could end the game. First pitch. No, it gets away. It's thrown away. Lopez tried to pick off Santos at first, and now Eastside's headed to third. The throw all the way across the diamond. Santos is safe, and a horrible error. As Lopez tried to throw back to first, it's a straight E1. The Ballers have scored a 4th run, and now the tying run is 90 feet away with just 1 out.
Well, didn't see that coming. That was unexpected. The pickoff attempt to first. It's the 2nd failed pickoff attempt today by the Sky Sox, and it makes it a 1-run game.
And now the infield has to come in. Just an absolute killer. Harris, whose clutchness began on opening night when he tied the game with a sacrifice fly in the 9th. The first pitch is swung, ground to third, stabbed by Denton. His throw across is in time, and we're going to go to 1 final out. A runner at third. Ballers trail by 1. Still just 3 hits. It's going to be Almanza. Maybe. Who do you want to face? Allgaier is on deck. They're going to pitch to Almanza. 2 outs, a runner at third. The first pitch is in the dirt, and Landis stops it in front of him, and back to third is Santos.
That's a good bit of base running there by Santos. You do not want to risk it. That ball did not get far enough away from Landis.
Well, right now, Landis is really, and there it is. They're going to just put up 3 fingers and finish the intentional walk. No reason to mess with Christian Almanza. Jake Allgaier is going to come to the plate with a chance to either tie or win the game for Oakland in his home debut.
This, as you've called it before, Tyler, is Jake's chance at a welcome to Oakland moment.
2 walks for Allgaier today. He scored a run. He also doubled in the 8th. His hit was the last hit for Oakland. At third is Santos. At first is Almanza. And the first pitch to Allgaier is taken, a breaking ball for strike one. Acquired last week from the Gary South Shore Railcats. Had a nice debut week in Glacier, but can have a big moment now here in the ninth. Ballers trail by one. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch, Allgaier swings and fouls it at the plate. It's 0-2. Breaking ball at 78 each. And now if you're Lopez, do you try to rev it up to 93?
Oh yeah, he's got to throw a high fastball here to try to get Allgaier to chase.
Santos is going to be ready at third in case anything gets away from Landis. Lopez comes set. And the pitch to Allgaier is in the dirt. At least I thought it was in the dirt. It was inside at least at 95. I thought I saw it bounce, but it did not actually bounce.
It's a great take from Allgaier. He has such a patient eye, and now he hopes to put one in play to tie this game for Oakland. 95
with a spin rate of over 2,700. What a pitch. The 1-2, Allgaier takes, strike 3 called, and that's the ball game. And Allgaier is not happy with Grant Myers. This game is over. He thinks it's off the plate. Right at 3 hours, we are done. The Sky Sox win Game 2, 5-4. We'll be back with the Ballers postgame show right after this.
See you, buddy.
Welcome back to Oakland here as the Ballers drop a very close one. They leave the tying run at third base in the ninth. And a really good ball game, I must say, and right at 3 hours. A totally different feel from yesterday. This one actually 2 minutes longer, but not a whole lot for Oakland today, even though they made it extremely close. It's sort of funny in that matter, but 5 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the Colorado Springs Sky Sox. 4 runs on just 3 hits and 2 errors for the Oakland Ballers. Let's talk about Chase Martinez. He gets the win today, 2-0, and 2 really nice starts, 2 quality starts, 7 walks for him. We were wondering that what was it that he got him released from Yuba? We looked at the stats. Okay, a lot of base runners, a high whip, low ERA, and today we saw the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of walks, but he gets out of the inning really at every turn today, except for that 2-run homer in the 4th inning. But after that, he responded with back-to-back strikeouts. He finishes with 7 Ks, just 1 shy of the 8 he had in his Colorado Springs debut on Thursday. And Martinez has now gone 13 innings this season and has allowed not many runs, just 5 earned over 13 innings. Really impressive stuff in his first 2 starts.
The loss goes to Reed Butts. He is now 7-2 on the year. A tough luck loss, would you say?
I think that's fair, just because I think he exits at a point where the Ballers are down 4-2, and usually that's a game where the Ballers would come back and tie it. But the offense really just absent today.
The save goes to Alain Lopez, who goes 1 inning, allows no hits in the inning. Did walk 3, including 1 intentional walk, 1 run which was unearned, and he struck out 2, including Allgaier looking to end it. Druick looking as well. A couple bats ending up on shoulders before this one was all said and done. Time of the game, right at 3 hours, from 6:38 to 9:38, in front of 1,601. So these two teams split the opening 2 games of this series, and we move on to, now that I know, Thursday. It is something I forgot.
It is?
It is something nights. It is not Grateful Dead night. It is something night, which Paul just told me.
En Vogue?
Yes, a tribute to On Vogue night,
Yes.
and it is the first of 4 Prescott night markets. So
Yes.
please come out early, check out the night market. I know I will. And
It's my birthday, so y'all got to
whoa,
tune in.
whoa,
Y'all got to tune in.
Whoa, Nevada's birthday. We may need to have a cake danced out to him on air.
No.
And he
Just
may
a Ballers
need to
win.
be our celebrity 3rd inning guest as well. The big 2-5?
2-4.
The big 2-4.
Just to make you feel a little older.
No, that's fine. You're engaged at 23, and I am not at 29. So that's totally fine in my book.
Yeah, but you're the better looking one, so.
I'm happy to leave it there. Let's move on. It is thank yous all around to Gavin, to Chris, to Ben for putting us on the air tonight. Great work by Vincent and Teo, our 2 anthem performers tonight. The guitars, the strings have been out and strong this series thus far. We'll have to triple it up tomorrow. Wonder who's doing the anthem tomorrow. For Nevada Calling, I'm Tyler Peterson. We want to thank you for tuning into this broadcast of Ballers Baseball on 860 AM. The Answer. Join us tomorrow at 6:30 pack time. Game 3 of our 6-game set. Final score, one final time. It's the Sky Sox 5 and the Ballers 4. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening.